Hello and welcome to the United Stand. We are live. It's Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspur. Live stream watch along. This is it. The must-win game. We must win this game. I still believe that. And I think it will all come down to how the players turn up for this game against Spurs today. The team news is literally 2 minutes away. There'll be no meltdown from me. I was one of those people, as I'm sure many of you were, that were, we remember that Chelsea game back in April. The team news came out. Chelsea were top of the league. And we were like, what is that team? So I just think, whatever happens today, with this team news, we've just got to go with it. It may not be right. It may be great. Who knows? But what the most important thing about it is that we give it the chance that Mourinho wants to give. And if at full time he's got it wrong, that's the time to moan about it. Look, am I expecting Martial to start? No, I'm not. Am I expecting Lingard to start? Yes, I am. Would I do that personally? No. Am I Manchester United manager? No. Am I a passionate fan like every one of you who's got an opinion that should matter? Yes. But I'm going to hold that opinion back on the team news until after that. After the team news. I don't think Max Crow's ever watched the show before because he's talking about my hair, which has been consistent for 2 years. Do drop a like on the video. I think it's very important today. We like to get 1,000 likes before kickoff, superstitious wise, and I think we need every little bit of help we can get today in relation to Manchester United because we're up against it. Our form's not been great of late, and Spurs has been very good. And regardless of Harry Kane or not, I think they've got a good team. Ramsey P is a new subscriber. Hello, welcome to the show. You've found a fantastic community. As you can see, the live comments are up on the screen. We're now awaiting the team news to come in, and as soon as I have it officially, I will give it you. Interesting. I'm very interested to see what's going to happen with it. Yeah, I mean, I've got no idea how he's going to go with it. I personally hope Ashley Young's playing at left back because it just shows a little bit more intent than it shows if we played somebody else. What else? What else would I hope for from United's lineup? I think I'm hoping. I'd love to see Martial play. I'm not expecting it, and I was right not to expect it because he isn't playing. So De Gea in goal. Martial's definitely on the bench. Lingard's on the bench. Mkhitaryan starts. I'm quite happy with that. Mata not starting. Not happy with that. Looks like we're playing a 3-5-2. We're playing a 3-5-2. De Gea in goal, Bailly, Jones, Smalling as the 3, Valencia and Young as the 2 fullbacks, Matic and Herrera as the midfield 2, Mkhitaryan, and then Rashford and Lukaku up front. I think Martial's a bit unlucky. The bench isn't great. Romero, Blind, Darmian, McTominay, Mata, Lingard, Martial, but it's definitely a 3-5-2 as far as I'm concerned, and I'd be surprised if anybody else thinks anything different. Give us your thoughts. Get commenting in the description. I was a bit disappointed actually not to see what's his face playing Mata. But if it's a 3-5-2, we're pretty much happy with that. I think we are. Let me get back to where I need to be. I've got so many screens up here. It's that were why. Let me see what people are saying. So, no Aurier for Spurs. We'll go to the Spurs team in a minute. Let's just talk about United for the moment. So, I know I'm very happy with that team. What did I say this week and what did some of you say? I didn't see Mourinho going for the normal formation he normally plays. I fancied there'd be a tactical change in the way it's done. And I have got Ross calling me. I will be there. I've just realised I haven't got my headphones in. Been rushing around like I was nearly say a blue arse fly, but you lot would not know what that means. And it's all going off. It's all going off. Let me get these on. But I'm very excited, is what I would say. Very, very excited with that team. I think many of us were sort of like expecting a team that wasn't exciting and maybe was a bit submissive. But I don't see that with that team at all. I think it's a really good side. And yeah, very, very excited to see what happens with it. You know what I mean? Ross, if you're watching, give me a ring. I'll do it now myself. More of a 5-2-1-2. There's always somebody who will come along and be different. And obviously, the thing about a 3-5-2 is it does change. That's the way it works. It will change around, and I don't disagree with that. I'm sure it'll be one thing for 5 minutes, and it might adapt into something else. But the reality is, we are playing Ashley Young. We're not playing Herrera. We are playing. Sorry, we're not playing Mata. We are playing 3 centre backs. It's a 3-5-2 to me, or a 5-3-2 when we need to defend. Ross, can you hear me?
Yeah, I do, mate. You all right?
Yeah, not too bad. Give us your thoughts on the team then.
I'm pleased with the formation. It's the right thing to do, to be honest. And I think that actually, given the way we've been performing recently, I think that it needed to go that way, especially with our shaky centre-backs. It's nice that Bailey's back, though, but we haven't really got 100% Bailey back if he's just come back from injury. So out of them 3, I think we just about get a competent 2. So yeah, I'm pleased with the formation. The players just pick themselves. We haven't really got a lot to pick from. Half of our best players are injured. But I am pleased that Mkhitaryan's starting today, because when someone tends to have a good game against a club, it can sometimes roll on. And he's always played well against Tottenham, so I think you had to pick him. And he's obviously got a massive point to prove. He's been dropped already, which I like, so he obviously knows he's got a point to prove now. I've been really nervous all week, but I'm actually growing in confidence bit by bit, and I think we can get a result today.
Yeah, I personally think that team is probably selected, and I think he had it selected pretty much. I think the Harry Kane thing may well have impacted on that, if you know what I mean. I don't think it's impacted on it at all. Sorry, I think he was going to pick that team.
I totally
regardless of Harry
agree.
Kane or not.
Yeah, totally agree. I think that's the way you line up. He's going to line up against most of the what you call the big 4 in the Premier League, to be honest. And it's good that Harry Kane's out. It does relieve a little bit of pressure, but they've still got threats all over the pitch, so we can't take it like Harry Kane's out, we've lost. As the same as they can't take it that we've got Paul Pogba out, we're not going to win. So it's it matches up.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people are very, very happy. Kickoff is in about 55 minutes' time. Everyday Gamer says on the One Football app, it says it's a 3-4-1-2. I don't know about you, Ross. I don't get lost in that, to be honest. It's like, at the end of the day, we're playing 3 centre backs, and it will adapt. I think that's the brilliance of the formation. It will adapt, but what I do like is that Lukaku has been very isolated through lack of the ball coming to him. I think Rashford up there against a very good Spurs back 4 helps. And also, I've got to say, look, I think we've both been quite critical of Mkhitaryan, but when I thought about it this week, I was like, I hope Mkhitaryan starts at number 10, because he costs a lot of money, he's a good player, and I prefer Mkhitaryan to number 10 than I do Lingard, because he's a better number 10. The problem with Mkhitaryan is lack of form. Personally, I would play Mata there, but I'm not going to moan about it because Mourinho will never play Mata as a number 10, so we may as well just forget about it. But out of Mkhitaryan or Lingard, I'm happy that it's Mkhitaryan. I know some people aren't. I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think Lingard played phenomenal against crap opposition on during the week. I know Swansea are a Premier League team; they were awful. But, I'm not going to take anything away from him. But I think for all the reasons you just said, it's Mkhitaryan. He's got the better potential. If Lingard played to his absolute best today, yeah, it would be really effective for us. But if we had Mkhitaryan at his best today, and that's kind of what we're hoping for in picking him today, he has enough talent to completely undo Tottenham, which he hasn't shown recently, and Tottenham won't be worried about Mkhitaryan at all. And the thing that worries me, I haven't seen the Tottenham lineup, so you may correct me, but if Wanyama plays, he is so physical, I can imagine him pretty much out-muscling Mkhitaryan out of the game, and it only takes a couple of tough challenges on Mkhitaryan, and he tends to go missing.
Yeah, I mean, we've not spoken this week, so I mean, I've gone 2-0 United. I mean, where are you sort of sitting with United today? I mean, I just see it as we've already seen that tactical change. I predicted it would be very similar to the Chelsea game in April, where we just treat it as an isolated must-win game, and hopefully the players respond and we get a great performance. But it will be difficult. I mean, what's your heart saying, really?
I've got my heart saying 2-0. I've gone exactly the same, but again, it's a live game. Things change, and I think whoever scores the first goal will win the game. And against Chelsea, we got an early one, if I can remember rightly. And when they come onto you, it creates space in behind, but first goal wins it for me. And United need to score early, and I've backed Lukaku to score today. He is. Like, I keep mentioning it. He's going through one of his goal droughts that he does every season. He's always had goal droughts, but I back him to break it today and also break his duck against, scoring against the big teams, and it'll stop all the Twitter fingers.
Yeah, well, let's have a quick look at the Spurs team and we can discuss that, because it's something I hadn't had a chance to look at, and I know a lot of people in the live comments are talking about it. They've got their lineup. So today's team for Spurs, let me have a quick look for you. Lloris in goal as expected, Aurier, Alderweireld, Vertonghen, Davies, Dyer, Winks, Sissoko, Ericsson, Dele and Son. I mean, to be honest, there's a couple of players in there I'm quite happy aren't playing. One's Wanyama and two, Moussa Dembele always plays well against us. So I look at that Spurs team and I think, they are very good defensively. They don't get the credit for that. They're a very good defensive side.
Can I just interrupt? Are they not playing Dembele or Wanyama?
No.
Pochettino has absolutely lost
his
mind. I'm even more confident now because, I think you're right. I think Dembele's their best player, and I think second to that's Wanyama.
Yeah. Their subs, if I can just read them: Danny Rose, Sanchez, who's been playing very well for them, he's dropped him. Trippier, Dembele, and Kodu and Llorente. I mean, I don't know about Wanyama. I know he's injured. I don't know whether he was back fit or what. I don't know. But Dembele definitely played the other night, and I thought, oh, he's got a chance of playing. I'm surprised they're not playing Llorente. They're not really playing an out-and-out number 9. They're playing Son. They're going to obviously try and do the midfield, which actually I look at that team that they've got out, and I think Ericsson, Sissoko, Vinks, Dyer, Ali. There's a lot of players in their midfield, and we've got, like you say, Mkhitaryan and Cambia. Mkhitaryan's got to turn up today, and I think we're going to have to tell Phil Jones to go and get in the mix in the midfield, because we're going to need numbers in there.
Yeah, I'd agree. And that's what kind of where the formation fits in. I can't get over the fact that he's not playing Wanyama and Dembele. It makes their midfield a lot less physically imposing. So Matic should have a bit of an easy ride today with the size of him, and things like aerial duels and that are really going to come into it from goal kicks, and not having them two players on the pitch is such a bonus. I think Pochettino's crazy, really crazy for picking the team that he has. And yeah, it just fills me with more confidence, and fantastic. For me, it's like United not playing Pogba for some reason. I just think Dembele is so underrated for that team. What a bonus that is. And yeah, I'm going to go 3-0 now. Stuff it.
Well, confidence, yeah. I mean, to be honest, we had the Spurs fan on the other night, and she was like, a draw might not be a bad result for them. I think for us, we've got to win it. Maybe a draw for Spurs maybe isn't too bad, but yeah, it's a game United need to win. Just got a shout out to everybody. We are live streaming on Facebook today as well, so everybody who's on Facebook, Alan Holiday, I can see you're there. Connor Jones, Bay playing, he says, oh my god. So a few people talking about Jones and Bay there. Remember, if you are on Facebook, do drop it a like and give it a share as well. We're trying to stream on both at the moment, see how that goes. But yes, I'm confident we can win this game. I look at that Spurs team and I think it's gone a little bit defensive, to be totally honest with you. I mean, I don't know what you thought, Ross. I was sort of like saying that in relation to Mourinho's press conference yesterday, I think the way he's set up, Harry Kane doesn't normally turn up at Old Trafford anyway, and I think in a way, you look at the way Spurs have lined up, and everyone thought they'd take Kane. Obviously, Kane's injured. Llorente comes in. It looks like they're playing a false 9, so we've got 3 at the back. So in a way, it's sort of messed up. Well, it's not messed us up. We're going to have to adapt a little bit, because that Spurs team is looking to take hold of the midfield, and I think we're going to have to get somebody to go wander into that midfield and help Matic and Herrera, because there's a lot of... I think Mkhitaryan for me is... You've said it yourself. He's got to turn up today. If he is the key, he's the man who's going to link to Rashford and Lukaku, and he's the man who's got to get in the mix. And we saw him a couple of weeks against Liverpool, and it was atrocious. If he doesn't, he pretty much for me will dictate how United do in this game.
Definitely, but again, just to reiterate what I said earlier, my worry was the physical battle, and Wanyama and Dembele just kicking lumps out of him, and he would have gone missing. But I'm more confident in Mkhitaryan today, because again, it's a less physical midfield, and he should be able to find space. And you're right, someone like Bay's got come out of defence and support the midfield. And Mkhitaryan's also got to drop in, which he doesn't really do. When he gets given that free role, he tends to just stand in the free role, and that's when he goes missing. But if he's not getting the ball, he needs to come find it. But yeah, I'm more confident in Mkhitaryan today, given the fact that he's got a less physical midfield to deal with, and hopefully we can win that midfield battle with Matic and Herrera, because I think, given what Team Tottenham have put out, I think our midfield is better than theirs now.
Yeah. So good thoughts. I've just read your message that said you've only got 20 minutes anyway, so just let me know when you need to go. I hope you're going to be on the Guinness though, Ross, because what's your thoughts on today? I mean, I said last night that this is a game we've got to win. I remember you saying as well about, I think there are some United fans out there that think Spurs at home, a draw might be a good result. But to be honest, I think it was you who said it. It was a good comment, whoever did say it, that we've sort of forfeited that right. When you go to Anfield and get a draw, then you don't beat Huddersfield. The draw at Anfield becomes a bad result, and I think even more so, a draw today is a bad result. We've put ourselves in that position where we could play really well today. It could be one of the best Premier League games ever. It could be 3-3, 6-goal thriller. Everyone goes, "Oh, Manchester United and Spurs, what an advert for the Premier League." But to be honest, it's no good for us. We do need to win this game, and I don't care. I can't move away from that.
Yeah, that's spot on, and it was me. Take some credit for myself, but yeah, that result at Huddersfield just made the Liverpool result look stupid, and it makes this game a must-win for me. I think if you beat Liverpool and you beat Huddersfield, this game becomes a kamikaze for me.
Yeah.
Or you can sit back and play for a draw and go, clap, clap, 7 points out of 9, fantastic. But now it's a must-win, because out of Liverpool, Huddersfield and Tottenham, if you pick up 2 points, it's dreadful. And that's kind of the form that we had against the top 4 and some of the lower clubs last season. So that has to stop. And I think the players will know that today as well. It's a massive chance and a massive opportunity. And I think we need to win it for not just like United fans, but for the rest of the Premier League fans, because we've had so many rival fans say, if you don't win, we may as well write this season over. And it's not that clear cut yet, but no one in the whole of this country, or even around the world, wants City to just run away with it. Because what a boring Premier League that'd be. So we have to keep in touch and distance. So do us a favour, Tottenham. Just give us the 3 points.
I agree. I think it's a shame in a way, because I think Spurs are. I'd love to see Spurs and United pushing City, but the reality is, either both of us are going to be 7 points behind them tonight, or one of us is going to be 8 points off, which I think is too much, because City will beat West Brom, and if somebody wins tonight, they'll still be 5 points behind. If somebody loses, they're going to be 8. If we're 8 points behind or 7 points behind tonight, I think it's way too early. Ross is right, but I also think we've got Chelsea next week. We'd have to beat Chelsea just to stay 7 points behind City, and that is a lot. It's a lot. It's not impossible, but it's a lot. But worst case scenario, we might lose today, lose next week, City win their 2 games, and we're double figures behind, and then I think it is over. So we've got to win today. The sad thing is, we should have beat Huddersfield last week, and we'd be another 3 points. We'd be only 2 points behind City, and then it's like, well, yeah, maybe a point today. It's a long season, but we've put ourselves in this situation. Spurs have put themselves in this situation because it took them a while to adjust to Wembley. So we've got to win today, and I really, really hope we can. Shantanu Dar has made this contribution. Thank you for that, Shantanu. He says, I loved Anthony Martial, but not in favour of him starting. Look at his record in the last 3 seasons. Yeah, I mean, I was purposely not going to moan about the team today, Ross. I didn't expect Martial to start. In a 3-5-2, I'd probably prefer him to start up with Lukaku over Rashford, because they played really well together in Moscow, Lukaku and Martial. But this is just another indicator, and I don't care what anybody says. I'm a big fan of Mourinho. I love Martial, but ultimately everyone just needs to accept he's going to pick Rashford over Martial. Mourinho prefers Rashford. I like Rashford. Martial's a better player, but Mourinho prefers Rashford because he works harder, and that's pretty much what it's going to be like. I don't ever see that changing.
No, I agree. I think Mourinho likes a little bit of a lucky player as well. And Rashford gets an awful lot of the rub of the green when he plays football. And I think Mourinho might take that into consideration, because Martial is not getting any of that at the minute. Every time he is scoring or creating, it's based on pure talent alone, where Rashford seems to be able to, it's classic. A ball runs off his shin and it looks like an amazing take on, but actually he's just fumbled it past players. But he does that a lot, and he's quite consistent with it. So, but there's that other edge that I think Rashford brings, and I think that if we had maybe Pogba, or no, not even Pogba, if we had better players at set pieces, maybe that clamour to pick Rashford might not be so much. But when Rashford's not on the pitch, the corners and free kicks are awful. Rashford's free kicks are not the greatest, but he can pull one out of the bag every now and again. I just don't back any other player in our team to really hit a good free kick, and the corners have been dreadful. When you've got Matic, Lukaku, Bailly, Jones, Smalling in the box, you need a good delivery of a ball, because we should be scoring more goals from corners. So that may be why Rashford pushes Martial out, because based on pure footballing talent alone, I think Martial's the better player. But yeah, that's just my opinion.
Okay, well, I presume you need to get off, Ross, so I will let you go. You're going 3-0, yeah?
Yeah, I've changed it. I was 2, but you've picked 2. I'm going 3. Why not?
Are you coming back at half time, or is that for you for the day?
No, I'll come back at half time. That's all right. Yeah, apologies for cutting it short. I've got to go round my mates to watch the football, and he lives about 20 minutes away, the bastard.
All right, mate. Well, good luck. It's a massive game, absolutely massive, and thanks for coming on and moving the time along with some good points again. And I'll speak to you at half time.
Thanks, Mark. You got Marcus on the watch along?
Yeah. Marcus is dropping on in a bit. Yeah.
Say hello. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, pal. Bye.
Bye.
You can follow Ross on Twitter at Hazza90, which is with I think it's at. Let me just double check. You've got to give a shout out. So let me just do it. I've got so many screens open. That's my problem today. Yeah, it's at Hazza90, 2 Z's at HAZZA90, and that's Ross on Twitter. He's very funny on Twitter, actually, to be fair. Okay, so let's come back into you lot on the live stream. Let's see what people are saying. We're streaming across Facebook, and we're streaming across YouTube as well. So got quite a few people. See what people are saying. Must win game. Let's do it. Red Army says James Kane must. He's on Twitter. Alex Duncan says it's going to be 3-1. And Billy Guy says, ooh, United. Oh, Billy. And then let's come back to the live comments on the YouTube and let's see what people are saying there. Spurs lineup, says Zuko. Off the top of my head, mate, I can't. We have discussed it, so I apologise if I do get anything wrong. But there's no Llorente, there's no Dembele, there is no Danny Rose, and they are playing Alderweireld, well, Lloris, Aurier, Alderweireld, Vertonghen, Davies, Dyer, Ali, Eriksson, Son, Winks is playing. So no, yeah, I think they're going to pack the midfield. That's what they're going to do, and we'll have to wait and see how it goes. Remember to keep dropping a like on the video. We want to hit 1,000 likes before kick-off because this game is bloody massive for United and we need to win it. So drop a like on the video. It's superstition. Ross is drinking his Guinness. You're going to get 1,000 likes on the video before kick-off and we're going to win this game. I'm predicting 2-0. Ross is predicting 3-0 and yeah, we can do it. If you're new to the United Stand, whether you're on Facebook or whether you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel or follow us on Facebook, wherever you are. Fantastic community, as you can see with the live comments. We're live every football match for United and now before with the team news right the way through till full time. Then we've got match reactions. Then we've got Flex at the ground who's doing fan cams. We're live every night at 8 o'clock. We will be live at 8 o'clock tonight reacting. It's a call in tonight, Skype show tonight, so you can Skype in and give us your thoughts on the game. We do that sometimes on match days. We're live Sunday night live at 8. Monday night at 8 o'clock is a Skype show. We'll be live again on Tuesday. We've got Red Rumours, which is our weekly transfer roundup for United. There's loads going on, so subscribe, get involved. You won't regret it. It's a fantastic community that we have here on the United Stand. And talking about communities, the link in the video description is for Fan League. Loads of people are messaging me about this because loads of people want to play in the United Stand Fan League. So how does it work, first of all? Link in the video description. They're all 3 o'clock kickoffs, so you need to get yourself sort of signed up to do it. I'm going to just... There's basically what they do is they give you 13 games to pick, right? So the 13 fixtures will be spread out across Premier League and the Championship. So QPR Wolverhampton, I'm actually going to get rid of that. I'm going to go Wolves to win that. I'm going to go Norwich to win that. You don't have to get the exact score. It's just home win, draw or away. You pick your 13 results anyway. And basically, if you get 10 right... you will win about 20 quid. If you get 11 right, you win about 100 quid. If you win 12, get 12 right, it's about 500 quid. And if you get all 13 right, you'll win about £3,000. It's free to enter, link in the video description. It's 20p a play normally, but they've given us a couple of free plays for everybody who signs up. Now, the brilliant thing about this game is not just that it's a good game to play every time there's a Premier League game. Also, you have something called a recruiting tree, which is there. And if you sign up and you invite friends, you'll get a free game for every friend you invite. Now, the brilliant thing about that as well is that the reason that we are doing this, and it's frozen for me at the moment, which is fantastic. We've got a United Stand League. It's called the United Stand League, which is really, really good because it doesn't matter when you join. Some people have joined early on. Some people will join this week, like a lot of you will do if you sign up in the link in the video description. And the great thing about it is when you look at the table, it's done on your average score. So Wonderboy got 9 out of 13 last week. He was 1 away from winning money, which is really obviously not great for him, but maybe this week he'll improve. But he's top of the league because he's played 1 week and he got 9. Whereas Reece Cotton, he's played 3 weeks and his average score is 8 because he got 7 out of 13 that one. So it doesn't matter when you join. There is a United Stand League. All you need to do is go to the link in the video description, sign yourself up, put your 13 scores in because it's free. You could win 3 grand. And automatically by signing up, it will tell me that you've signed up and I will send you an invite to join this United Stand League. And all you need to do to join the league is have a look in the connect button, look at your invitations, and then in your invitations, that's where your invitation will be to join the United Stand League. So I've had 3 invites from Edmonton, Webster and Sam Bogda. Thanks for those invites. I won't be joining because I'm only going to play in the United Stand League because we've got prizes and everything like that. But sign up, link in the video description. I'll send you an invite to join the United Stand League. Get your scores in, and it doesn't matter when you accept the invite. You will go into the league with the scores. So the link in the video description is for that. It's free. And it's just another United thing that we'll be doing on the United Stand every week, seeing who has the most knowledge. And at the moment, as I said, as we look at the league, I've forgotten who it was already. Was it Webster, number 1? Give him a bit of a shout out. Might be watching, might not. Wonderboy is number 1 at the top with Daniel Wright, to be fair. It'd be unfair to say he's not top as well. So link in the video description for that. Make sure you sign up. It's a good game as well. And also if you're playing Super Brew, we've got another league for that. Make sure you get your scores in. A lot of you haven't. George Kyle's asking about Mad Marcus. Look, you can't. Mad Marcus knows when he's coming on, and you lot will see that, of course. We've got a Spurs fan with us. What formation are we playing? Says X2 Gaming. As you can see, the team is going up along the bottom of the screen there. So it's De Gea in goal. Back 3 of 3 centre-backs, Bay, Smalling and Jones. Valencia on the right, Young on the left. Herrera, Matic as a 2, Mkhitaryan ahead of him, and Rashford and Lukaku up front. That's how I think we'll go. Of course it will adapt at times. It won't just stay as a 3-5-2. It will change to a 5-3-2. But when you look at the way Spurs are lining up, no Llorente, Kane injured. Then Son maybe they're forward, but I think they're just going to try and pack the midfield. So we'll see what happens. And Deli Ojo has just joined the United Stand Fan League because I get a notification on my screen for the phone for that. So thanks for that, Deli. Link in the video description. Free to enter, and we'll have a bit of fun with that. So get involved with that. Oh, Watterson's just joined as well. A lot of people are obviously clicking and doing it before the game, which is great. I'm getting notifications on the screen, you see. I can see a draw all day, says Jimmy Cricket. Puma81's drunk. He says West Brom can get a draw today. I'd love West Brom to get a draw today. I don't see it. I've gone, in fact, on my Super Brew predictions, I've gone City to win that 3-1, and I think they'll win. Son is dangerous, says Chad. He is rapid. Look, I'm not. To be honest, when Harry Kane was injured, I wasn't even bothered. I think Bailly, Jones, and Smalling would have dealt with Harry Kane today. I really do. Our wing-backs need to get forward. Cool Guy says, can't you just join on the last week and win on the TSU League? Well, you'd still have to get, to be honest, to get 10 out of 13 scores right isn't easy, mate. But Adam Ishmael has just joined Fan League as well. I'm going to shout everybody out who joins the Fan League while we're live as well. I should have said that because it comes up as a notification on my screen, so I can shout you out, which is great. And I'll shout out any new subscribers as well. What do you think the score will be, Mark? Says Blair Robertson. I'm going to go with 2-0. Ross is going with 3. Kyle Reed has just joined the fan league. Welcome, Kyle. You'll all get your invitations at about 3 o'clock today, because obviously I'm live at the moment. I can't send them out, but your scores will go into the league, so don't worry. You just got to accept your invitations, which are on that left screen, make sure you do that at some point. Martial should have started, says Navin. Son can use either feet though. I think he's really underrated, says Chad. He is a good player. Farouk Maradia has joined the fan league, as has Callum Hopkins. Welcome, lads. Loads going on today. Busy day. Oh, Leroy Gilbert's joined as well. Hello, Leroy. We're still live on Facebook as well. Joshua Lee's going to miss the game because he's got work. Oh, dear. And Peter John Webb says, it's an odd team, Mark. What is it with Jose and Mickey? Which is a fair point from Peter. What is it with Mkhitaryan? For me, I just think Mkhitaryan is the better option over Jesse Lingard. I do. I've got to be honest with that. I do think he's the better option. But, you know, I am a fan of Jesse Lingard, but I just think Mkhitaryan's a better player. So, what more can I say? I think Mkhitaryan's the right player. Of course, he's a risk. I totally get that. He is a risk, but I think it's a risk worth taking. I do. I really do. And because Mkhitaryan is a better player, and that is surely the way that we need to go. Ryan Shears has joined the fan league. Welcome, Ryan. Marcus Theed is joining us now. Marcus, how you doing, pal?
Good afternoon. How are we?
I'm good. I'm to be honest, I am sort of, you know, buzzing because it's a very important game. I'm totally aware that in a couple of hours' time, Saturday evening could be destroyed. But that is, you know, for me, that's what football's all about. You know, we could be playing a home game today against somebody like, you know, Crystal Palace, where we expect to win and we win. And today, I think this is what footballs are like. It's a big test against a very good team, and you know, we do need to go out there and win it. And I'm expecting us to do that. I don't know what your thoughts are.
Yeah, I'm totally expecting us to do that. Home advantage as well. I've just read a good stat on Sky Sports. Apparently, we've had 25 head-to-head games at Old Trafford. United have won 20 of them, with Tottenham winning 2 and obviously drawing the 3. So yeah, quietly confident. Well, not quietly, very confident actually.
Loudly confident.
Yeah, you know, it's a game that we're all hyped up for. I think the only really true test that we've had so far this season, I would say, in my opinion, is probably the Liverpool game, which was a bit of a dire game, wasn't it? I think we can all say that, but hopefully this one lives up to its billing and the hype about it, and it's a good game. And again, hopefully the referee doesn't try and stamp, you know, let the game flow and have his say on it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's right that United fans are confident, of course, and I think a lot of us are confident about it, but I'm not dismissing the fact that Spurs are a good side. They're in form. I have seen them a few times because obviously we do the That's Football channel, and we've been doing watch-alongs on there, and Spurs are in the best group with Real Madrid and Dortmund, so we've been watching a lot of those games, and Spurs were very impressive in the Bernabeu. So you know what, if you're a Spurs fan or you're a Spurs player, there is absolutely nothing to fear coming to Old Trafford against the team that's just lost to Huddersfield when you've been to the Bernabeu, the best team in the world, and got a deserved point. So you know, we've got to take that into account, but I just think it's more important to United than it is to Spurs. United need to win this game, and I fully expect us to do it. I really do, because I have faith. I don't think Jose can do anything more than he can. I again, bit like Huddersfield last week. Everyone who was watching the watch along, I said that's the team I would pick. It's the one I had in my preview, and then the players didn't turn up. Of course, during the game, I disagreed with Mourinho's substitutions. I thought they were shocking, but the team was the right team to win it, and the team was 2-0 down at half-time when he made those substitutions. Today, maybe I would have played Martial over Rashford, but they're my 2 favourite players anyway, so I'm not going to dig Rashford out. I think the team's right. I think the formation's right, and I think, again, you know, he might get his substitutions wrong later on in the game, but ultimately, it's down to the players today, Marcus. They've got to turn up. They're the ones who are going to dictate how we do in this game.
Yeah, they are, and I think a lot of people is going to be eyes on Mkhitaryan to see whether he comes back from his last few performances, because they've not been confident, have they really? So it's a big choice for Jose to play him today. There's a big argument from everyone that Mata should be playing the number 10 role instead of him. But
see, I don't have a massive problem with that, because, well, I do have a problem with it. I don't know what your thoughts are. I do have a problem with it because I would play Mata there. But to be honest, I don't even think about it because I know Mourinho will never play Mata there. So I suppose that's where I come from it. I just, Mata should play there. But I also know Mourinho's never going to play him there. So it's not really anything we can do anything about.
No, not really. The game in against Swansea, you could have had an argument because Twansebe played very, very well, I thought, in that game.
Yeah.
So there could have been an argument for him to have a place in this squad today. Obviously, he's not. The Harry Kane situation as well. I agree with you. I think Bailly and Jones would have him in their pockets all game. So I don't see that as, it's obviously a big miss for Spurs, but I think Jose prepared for it in the best way possible.
Yeah.
Whether they were playing with him or that Llorente lad, which he's on the bench. Is that right, Llorente?
Yeah, Llorente's on the bench. Yeah. I think Dembele's on the bench for Spurs, which I'm very happy about because he always plays well against us as well. So
yeah.
I mean, it's just flying by today. 25 minutes away from kickoff, and absolutely, really, really excited. We've only got 700 likes. Hit that like button. There's 2,000 people watching. Hit the like button. I'm superstitious today. I want 1,000 likes before kickoff. I know it didn't work last week against Huddersfield, but that was a blip. Send positive thoughts because the players need it, and we need to win.
Yeah, definitely. I can see Spurs scoring. I really can. I think Dele Alli and Eriksen, they are the main two. So I think maybe by a set piece they'll probably score. But I'm going to go with a 3-1. I'm very confident United's going to win this game. The only downside to it is, if you look at the history, we're not very good at midday kickoffs. And obviously the Liverpool game was a midday kickoff as well. And that was an absolute drab of a game. So that's the only downside for it for me.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. The only thing I would say is that we're at home. We're not playing particularly well at the moment. And going back to what I said a couple of minutes ago, the players have got to turn up today. That's what's going to dictate this game. Spurs are a good team, but so are Manchester United. And the players have got to turn up today. And I think if they do, then we'll win this game. But like you say, 12:30 kickoff can be a bit of a drab affair, but that's something that, we need to ignore. Well, the players need to ignore it because they've got to be up for it. The crowd are going to be up for it. The players have got to be up for it.
Yeah, definitely. Another thing as well that, hopefully Lukaku, people will say he's on a bit of a drought at the minute, goal scoring. So hopefully it's a big onus on Mkhitaryan to feed him that ball. The Spurs centre halves, they're both Belgium, aren't they? So they know him.
Yeah.
So he's going to have a bit of a tough day, but I'm confident he can do it, and he can get back on his goal scoring form and get us through the game. I think, like I say, Mkhitaryan is the man that I'm going to be watching. Maybe Herrera as well, because Herrera's not had a last good game. I can't remember since last season. His last couple of games have been really, really shocking in some ways. But I am confident we can win this 3-1 without a doubt.
Good. I'm sure we're going to hit 1,000 likes before kickoff. Everyone's dropped a like on there, which is fantastic. Let's have a look what people are saying in the live comments. Mourinho's girlfriend loves me. Well, I hope it is a male. I nearly said I hope it's a male. I hope it is a female. Nothing against it if it is a male, just not my cup of tea. I prefer coffee. Herrera and Matic is a terrible partnership, says MA. I mean, to be fair, what's the alternative to that? What is the alternative to that? There isn't, you know, we've got no Fellaini, we've got no Pogba, we've got no Carrick. I mean, Scott McTominay, it's a bit like Lingard midweek. We played Swansea B team and they played well. Would you trust McTominay against Eriksen and Dele Alli?
Me personally, no. I don't think he played well enough. It's baffling to me because McTominay, I think he had an average game, but the standout youngster was, I mean, I don't know what anyone else thinks, but it was Twanzebe, and he's nowhere near it. So that's a decision that's baffled me. I really thought Twanzebe would, you know, maybe not start the game, but deserved a place on the bench, surely, and yet McTominay's took it. But I would say that's purely because we've not got many midfielders. But flip it the other way, Twanzebe was playing as the CDM in the last few games last season, and again he did really well. So yeah, you know, you've got to praise Mourinho in some aspects for sticking a youngster on the bench.
Yeah, I agree. No Twanzebe involved today. He's not on the bench. McTominay is on the bench. Well, you know, I would hope that we don't see him, to be honest. That's nothing against the young lad. You know, I don't personally think he will be good enough for United, but he might prove us all wrong, and I hope he does. I mean, Spurs have got a young lad playing today, Harry Winks. But the midfield will be where it's at, and I do agree, and I was talking to Ross about it as well, that the game really will be dictated to by how well Mkhitaryan plays. Because if Mkhitaryan plays badly, your link to the attack is dead. Marcel Dimitruk has signed up to the fan league as well. I'm shouting people out who joined that. Link in the video description. Once you go through the link in the video description, just pick your 13 scores for the day. You could win $3 grand. It's free. Just pick home win, away win, or draw. There's Championship games and Premier League games. They're all 3 o'clock kickoff, so you've got time to do it. Link in the video description. You'll automatically get your free games that way. If you get friends and everything to sign up, every friend that you get to sign up gives you another free play because it's 20p a game. And you will go into the United Stand League, which is the most important thing because we've got a competition going. It doesn't matter what week you join because it's based on your average score over a season. So you could come in today, smash it, get 10 out of 13 and you'll be top. So a bit of fun for you all there. Let's do the good bit, Marcus. Let's do the good bit. Arma Patel wants a shout out. Well, a few of you might get a shout out in a minute because it's my favourite part of the show. Subscribe to the channel and get us up to 145,000. No, I am joking. Do subscribe to the channel though if you're new. Fantastic community we have, and just to emphasise that, please do let us know where you are watching from. I love to do this because it just encapsulates Manchester United as a global club and the United Stand about how big the draw is for a club like Manchester United. So do let us know where you're watching from. Link in the video. Sorry, just let us know. There's a link in the video description, but do just let us know where you're watching from, and we'll start shouting a few people out.
Oh dear. So how's totally off topic? How's your mouth?
Yeah, to be honest, it's been absolute agony my tooth this week. If people have been watching the show, yesterday it started to get a little bit better, and then it was okay today, and then just before I went live, it started to throb again. So I've took a couple of ibuprofen, and I've just completed the antibiotics. But I'm actually in the dentist. Typically, I never even thought about this. I'm in the dentist at 4 o'clock on Tuesday. So regardless of what happens, something's going to happen to my mouth, which means I'm going to have an anaesthetic. And of course, Manchester United are playing Benfica at 7 o'clock. Well, I'll be live at 7 o'clock with. It's going to be fun. That is. I hope I'm live. I mean, I might not be able to do it. We'll see. But it's. I'm sure somebody will do it. Ryan Garton's watching from Nottingham. We've got Nepal for Sujal. We've got India for Mayank. We've got Australia for Bastian Dooley. Portsmouth for James Campion. MUFC Ben is in Salford. Kansas City for Tommy Herald, and it's 6:10 in the morning. Oh yeah, I forgot to ask that. Van der Schaar's in his living room, facetious. Scotland for Scott X27HD. Jamaica for We Stand United. Prague for David Green. And my live comments isn't has decided to freeze a bit. Hong Kong, Jack Webb. Malahide for Kieran Byrne. I don't believe you, Kieran. I do not believe you are in Malahide. And numb it up with the drop of the hard stuff, says Cyber Beast. Yes, I had some whiskey last night, but I had a horrible head this morning. Australia for Jamie Harvey. England, Northampton. Marcus will do it, says Andrew Hoare. India, says Shazza Singh. Australia. I probably will go live. I just won't. I might not be able to talk much, which will probably be quite refreshing for a lot of people. Always think clearly, says he's in Manchester United toilets. If anybody actually is at the ground, and I doubt it because the Wi-Fi is terrible, Flex is doing watch-alongs today, and he will be he'll be on the bridge just between Hotel Football and the ground. It's where he did it at the last home game. Rodney hopefully is going to be doing a watch-along. A fan cam as well. So I think the fan cams are going to be really, really interesting today because it's like, I think the only result I don't want. Well, I don't want to lose. But if we lose, the fan cams will be interesting. If we win, they'll be even more interesting because people are going to be very, very happy. The result I don't want, Marcus, is a draw. I think a draw is a bad result. And I think some people will go, oh, it's not bad to draw against Spurs. But I think it is. I think we're past being able to say a draw is a good result because of the loss last week and because of the play for a draw at Liverpool.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you look at it like that, it is a bad result because... obviously, City will be favourites away this afternoon. Is it West Brom, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you would expect City 3 points there. In the whole context, like of the situation, a draw for both teams. I think it is bad because then you're talking City are 7-8 points clear. I think, and then going into next week's game with Chelsea, that would make it away from home. That would make 3 points an absolute necessity. So we wouldn't want to be in that situation going into the Chelsea game. So 3 points today, definitely, and hopefully. I mean, you never know. Maybe West Brom, could throw a surprise. You never know, but I doubt it.
Luke Shaw's just signed up for the Fan League. It may be the real Luke Shaw. Who knows? He's certainly sat twiddling his thumbs this afternoon. People asking what the Fan League is. The link is in the video description. It's a little connection we've got with Fan League. Stuart Hunter's just joined as well. You pick 13 scores from today's fixtures. They're all 3 o'clock. Some of them are Premier League, some are Championship. You pick home win, draw or away. If you get 10 out of 13, you win about 20 quid. If you get 11, it's about 100. If you get 12, it's about 500. And if you get 13 out of 13, you get 3 grand. If you go through the link in the video description, it's free. We've got a United Stand League as well, which will run throughout the season. And the great thing is you didn't need to sign up at week 1 and your points accumulate. It's based on average. So if you got 8 last week and 10 this week, you'd have 9 in the league. So it doesn't matter when you sign up. The league's going to be really, really interesting. And as I said, the link in the video description, it's free. And the great thing as well, for everybody who's signing up at the moment, it's flashing up on my screen so I can give you a shout out as well. So the link in the video description is to do that. It's best to do it through your phone anyway, so you can crack on with that. Shaw is done, says Andrew Hoare. I can see us scoring in the first 3 minutes, says that guy. I can't wait. I can't wait. We're only 14 minutes away. This is massive. And I totally accept that in 2 hours' time, I might be ranting, going, the bloody players again, they haven't turned up. But, for now, we can dream. Hassan the Vermin has joined the Fan League. Welcome, Hassan. And can't cope, got eye ache, too much chat going on, says Snaps. That's going all right for me. And goal scorers, Mickey, Martial and Lukaku, says Jeff Jam. I actually have Martial in my Fantasy Premier League team. People say, why do you do that? And that's because he was coming off the bench and getting more points than people who start. But the lineups, says East Daniel. Well, it's going on the bottom of the screen there. You've just missed De Gea, Valencia, Smalling, Jones, Bailly, Young, Herrera, Matic, Mkhitaryan, Rashford, Lukaku. We assume it's a 3-5-2. And I think it is a 3-5-2, Marcus, because we're not like the other night. I think it was a 5-3-2 because we played Darmian and Blind as fullbacks. Today we're playing Valencia and Young, who are way more attacking. So I think it is a 3-5-2.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say for definite it is, but Sky Sports have labelled it here that both teams are set up as a 3-4-2-1, which from a United point of view, that makes no sense to me. So they've set it up as though we're going man for man or vice versa. But yeah, I think it is 3-5-2. The personnel that are starting the game, it does look like that's the way we're definitely set up. But yeah, it's going to be very hard to judge exactly how it's going to go until the game kicks off, But I agree that Spurs are probably gone the 3-4-2-1 because they're only going to be playing one up front, aren't they? With Son, is it, and Ali and Ericsson probably behind him. So yeah, I reckon they've got that right. But as for United, 3-5-2 definitely.
Okay. Somebody else has just joined the fan league there. Sorry, I missed it because I was looking at Facebook. For everybody who's on Facebook at the moment, it's becoming a little bit unstable, so I'm going to end the stream there on Facebook, but we're still streaming on YouTube, so just the United Stand on YouTube, you can pop and find us there. It's the first time trying to do it on Facebook as well. I think it worked really well, but I don't want it to start messing around when we're live and the game's only about 12 minutes away. So thanks everybody who's joined us on Facebook. If you want to continue to watch us, we're on YouTube, the United Stand, and the stream will continue there. So I'm just going to shut that down because and that should help with bandwidth as well. So thanks everyone on Facebook for joining us. We are on Facebook and we're on YouTube now, live, the United Stand. I don't know why I went quiet because we're still live. It's like I finished the stream when we're still streaming. So yeah, hello everybody on YouTube. I'm just we're 10 minutes away, and when we're 10 minutes away, I do have to start thinking about things like timers and all that, because we will obviously update that as well. But yeah, 10 minutes away from a massive game for Manchester United. And I just hope we're going to win it, Marcus. It really is on the players. I know I've said it before, but it really is on the players.
Yeah, it is. I mean, everyone. Yeah, we're not a one-man team, so everyone has really got to come in and do their job. Yeah, we're missing big players. Some would argue that some of the players we're missing are not big players. Certain ones. But we are definitely missing them, and you can tell that we are because of the way we're playing. I don't think it's any coincidence since the likes of Pogba and Fellaini have been missing from the midfield that the goals have dried up. So I mean, Pogba, he likes to get the ball, run with it, he creates things, and Fellaini will sit there with Matic and break things up. So it's. I think both of them were desperately missing against Huddersfield. Yeah.
I mean, I personally like Herrera over Fellaini, but to be honest, Mourinho's pretty much shown us why he's been playing Fellaini over Herrera, because Herrera's just not been good enough. I just hope, you said it yourself, I just hope Herrera just turn up today, because he last season, I keep going back to that Chelsea game because I think it's very similar to this. We weren't playing well. It was a massive game, and they turned up at Old Trafford, and it really made the difference. And Herrera was fantastic that day. So, as was Rashford. Was that the
game you were at, Mark? Was it?
Yeah, I don't talk about it, but yeah, that was the game I was at. So, but we've got to. We need that sort of a performance today, without a doubt. And hopefully we're going to get it. We've got 1,000 likes anyway, so everybody on the live stream is doing everything they possibly can to make that happen. So thanks everybody for that. We've also got we're well over 144,000 subscribers now. We're going for that next landmark, I suppose, for the United Stand, 145,000, which is really good. So if you are new to the United Stand, make sure you click that subscribe hologram in the bottom right hand corner, and always have your bell on when you've subscribed. There's a little bell next to it. Click that bell, and then then do the tick to say get all notifications from this channel and save it, because we're a live content channel. So when we go live at 8 o'clock tonight, or the match reaction straight after, or the fan cams go up, you want to get a notification to watch them, and so make sure you've always got your bell on as well. Get your bell on. And obviously tomorrow night at 8 o'clock is Sunday Night Live. It's our flagship show. Monday night at 8 o'clock you've got Skype show where you can Skype in. Tonight at 8 o'clock actually is a Skype in show as well. It's not always on a Saturday, but I think it's such a big game tonight, we will do a Skype show at 8 o'clock and get all your thoughts as well. So there's loads going to be going on the United Stand all day today, because the fan cams will start going up at about 3, I think, and match reaction. But it's all about this game first. This game will dictate every video we do after it today, because it will dictate the mood, the feel amongst the support, Yeah, it's big. So everybody in the live comments, give us your score predictions. Hopefully you're all on the same page as me and Marcus. We are 8 minutes away from that game starting. Please do share the video as well. You've got the power to grow this great community we've got. Just click share, and if you're on Twitter and Facebook, you can share it, which would be great. Support the channel, keep getting involved. Mourinho has no excuse if we lose, says Tyler Welsh. He should take the blame, but I'm saying 2-0 United. I think, Marcus, you made a good point as well, is that, yeah, Liverpool was disappointing. We played for a draw, and if you play for a draw, you've got to go and beat Huddersfield the next week. We lost.
Yep.
So
yep.
I think in itself, that makes today a massive win game. But also, as you said, Chelsea next week, we don't win at Chelsea very often. So again, I think that makes today even more of a must-win. Mutant Muffin says 1-1. Victor Semioff says 2-1. Mr. Man United says 2-0. Darren Burns says 2-0. Lucas says 2-0. Scott Roberts says 5-0. He's drunk. Fair play. 2-0, 2-1. There's a lot of 2-1s, 2-0s. What was yours, Marcus?
I'm going to go 3-1, mate. I can see Spurs scoring a set piece with Dele Alli and Christian Eriksen there. I really can.
To be honest, I think 2-0 against Spurs would be absolutely amazing, because you beat them comfortably. They're very, very... People don't get a lot of credit for it, but they're very, very good defensively as well. Very, very good defensively. So, yeah.
What about the performance today, Mark? I mean, you know, the last 3 or 4 games, we've not played very well, obviously. You know, the results determine that. But, you know, aside from the Benfica game, where we nicked it, you know, some would say with a fluky free kick and a little bit of help from the goalie.
Yeah.
You know, are you interested in a performance today plus the result, or is it just the result for you that just matters?
It's a good question. I don't know what everybody else thinks, but and I'll throw it back to you as well. But for me, very quickly, I would say it really is about the result. I'd love to. I think the performance. I think to get a result over Spurs, we're going to need the performance as well. I can't see as. The way Spurs have played this season, I don't think we can do what we did against Benfica and be poor and nick it. I think we need the performance will come with the result. But to be honest, if it's, you know, I'll be happy with an awful performance and a 1-0 win rather than a brilliant performance and a 3-3 draw. We need the win. I don't know what your thoughts are.
Well, I mean, for me, obviously the result comes first. But I do think, like I said just now, you know, the last 3 or 4 games, the performance overall has been really, really poor. From, you know, the standards that we set at the start of the season, that, you know, the 3-0s, the 4-0s, you know, we had fantastic performances to go with the result. And I think today, if we don't get a decent performance, then I think this, you know, these players, they've really got to have a good long hard look at themselves and try and fathom out what's going wrong here, because all of a sudden, since the loss of, you know, the Pogbas, the Fellainys and Carrick as well, even though he didn't play, but it just seems that ever since the injuries have crept in, the performances have gone down.
Yeah, I'd agree. So,
I mean, hopefully today, you know, they can, we get the bonus of a decent performance plus the win. But yeah, a win is all that matters for me.
I'd agree. We are literally 5 minutes away from kickoff, yeah, very, very, very excited by it. I can't wait for it, and yeah.
So they're just walking out the tunnel.
Time for the words are nearly, you know, nearly all over. So come on to United. In fact, I'm just gonna kill the last few minutes. Just the excitement's getting too much, so I'm just going to kill the last few minutes just to talk about the Fan League again, and then we'll be kicking off. The Fan League is free to enter. The link is in the video description. A lot of you have been signing up today. Basically, all you need to do is go through the link in the video description. You'll get 2 free plays. It's 20p a play. You get 2 free plays through the link in the video description. I'll get a notification, then I can invite you to the United Stand League, which if you look at the icons in the bottom corner, you go to connect, and when it loads up for me, you go to my leagues and you go to invitations, and you'll have your invite in there. And when you get your invite, you can join the United Stand League, which is loading up. and Wonder Boy's top at the moment. But the great thing about it is it doesn't matter when you sign up because it's based on your average score. So if you've got 10 out of 13 this week, you could be top of the league, or if you've got an average score of 10 out of 13 over it, it will average it out for you. How do you play it? All you need to do, these are all 3 o'clock kickoffs, so there's no you don't have to get it done in the next 2 minutes, although if you do sign up while we're live, we will give you a shout out because it's a notification for me. 13 results, you just pick home win, away win, or a draw for 13 results. If you get 10 right, you'll win about 20 quid. If you get 11 right, about 50 quid. 12 right, about 500 quid. 13 right, all 13 right, you win 3 grand. So really easy to do, really easy to play, and the great thing about it is it will be happening every week, and we've got a United Stand League where we're going to be giving prizes away as well. In fact, Callum Hopkins has just invited me to join him. I'm not joining any other league other than the United Stand one, but if you do sign up, it's 20p, you get two free games for 20p, but every person you invite to join Fan League, you get another free game as well, so you can pretty much live off free games by inviting your mates and everything like that. But the link in the video descriptions for that. As you sign up during the game, I will shout people out because it's flashing up in the bottom of my screen. But for now, you know what it's all about. This is it. Come on, Manchester United. They're all hugging on the pitch. I hope that's a sign of things to come because we need them hugging goal celebrations, Marcus. It's about to go off big time, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, hopefully we come out with a home team. We come out here and we should be making our mark on the game early on. If we can get the early goals, settle the nerves, you know, the rest of them will come, I think. And there was a stat just now that come up that Pochettino apparently has not won at Old Trafford ever. So hopefully that might be a good omen for us.
Yeah, we need a few.
Yeah. So yeah, I am confident, mate. 3-1 for me. Like I say, I think the main danger men for Spurs is obviously Dele Alli and Eriksen in it. Whereas us, we've got Rashford, Lukaku, Mkhitaryan if he turns up. You know, Herrera can play a pass if he's on his game. Matic as well. I'd like to see a bit more of Matic in his shots. I think I could probably count on one hand how many shots he's had this season at goal.
Yeah.
We know he can score some screamers as well.
Vincent O'Hara says I need a haircut, but I'll probably just give everybody a heart attack then who's just joined us in the last 20 seconds because I was just messing around with the score from the other night, and it did say 2-0 to Spurs and 49 minutes on the clock, so they might have been aware of what's gone wrong or the clock's gone forward or something. It's 0-0. It says 49 because I'm just testing out the timer, which is just, there you go. It hasn't kicked off yet. Right. As soon as it does, I'll click the start. There's a minute silent for something. In my ignorance, I don't have my volume on the screen, so I don't know what it's about. So unfortunately, I better shut up, but I don't know what it's about anyway. There we go. I don't know what it was for. Yep. Somebody, young footballer died, says Cranium1210. So thanks for that. And this is it. No messing around now. We've actually got some Spurs fans on here. Ashwashi Menza has joined the Fan League. Thank you, Ashwashi. The link in the video description for that. Remember, pick 13 results from the 3 o'clock game, and you could win 3 grand, and you'll go in the United Stand Fan League on the season for a bit of fun. So the link's in the video description. It flashes up when people sign up, and I'll give you a shout out for that. Game's about to start. I'm about to hit the timer. We're off. Here we go. Yeah. Take a deep breath and fasten the seatbelts. We've got nearly 3,000 people watching. I'm sure we've got some people wanting United to lose as well, but I think the vast majority want United to win. And yeah, let's do this, and let's hopefully see a good, fast start from United. Marcus, we've got the ball in their half at the moment.
Yeah, we've got it already with Rashford. he's teasing, who is it, Alderweireld by the looks of it.
Yeah, well, this is where we want to play this game, and
Yeah.
confidence is key as well. We spoke about confidence before the international breaks before, when we were smashing teams 3 or 4-0, and maybe we weren't playing brilliantly in those games, but confidence was high. And I think, you know, Spurs are a good team. If United can start knocking the ball around comfortably and getting that final third a lot, then confidence will grow. I mean, I'm not just saying this is pivotal because of a win. We've got to win it, but also I think it's pivotal because if we win it and play well, we'll come away from this game. We've just beaten one of the best teams in Europe at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is probably this will be the biggest test of the season so far.
Stronger than that there.
Yeah,
it's all right though. They're gonna. Spurs are going to struggle. Spurs will struggle because of. I think they've made a mistake. Ross said they've made a mistake. I don't think they've. Here's Lukaku in anyway.
He's in. Yeah,
he's right at the moment. Oh.
All right. Oh, unlucky.
Cross from Lukaku. Lloris got down, and if he'd missed it, Rashford had a tap in. But good start. This is what we want from United: confidence and a fast pace, and it's definitely a good start from United.
Yeah, I mean Lukaku there. I mean we're playing from left to right, so Lukaku's on the right hand side of their box. Eric Dyer's gone out to him, didn't close him down quick enough, and Lloris has come out and dived to save the ball.
A few people saying, "Oh, I hope United don't park the bus." I don't understand why people ever thought we would park the bus at Old Trafford. I always said that would never ever be allowed to happen. Also, the crowd is very, very loud. That rhymes, but no, we were always going to be the crowd were always going to be up for this. Mourinho was always going to set the team out right. It was just whether the players could turn up for it. And I actually do like Bailly, Smalling, and Jones. It's a long season ahead of us, but I personally think that this isn't far off the way we should be playing anyway. If you think you swap Herrera for Pogba in the midfield, and pretty much that's probably our best team until Zlatan comes back, and then Zlatan probably plays where Mkhitaryan is now, or he plays up with Lukaku. It's I saw it in the summer in the US tour, this 3-5-2, and I think it's just it's almost cheating because you get 2 up front, you dominate the midfield. You've got your width with your fullbacks. It works really well.
Well, it should have been a free kick to United there. Lukaku was sandwiched.
Yeah.
So, Rashford's doing well. He's closing down.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we were talking about that before. I mean, I think Martial's probably a better player to play up front with Lukaku than Rashford, but Mourinho prefers Rashford, and to be honest, what you get from Rashford with, you know, raw sort of effort and enthusiasm, maybe that's not what Martial gives you. And I to be honest, I like Rashford and Martial. I think we're just very lucky to have both options, to be honest.
Yeah.
But here's Mkhitaryan. He's got to do much better today, and at the moment, you know, that's a little bit better anyway. At least he found somebody with the pass. But like you, Marcus, he's the player to keep an eye on.
He is, yeah. I mean, Eric Bailly, you know, he doesn't look rusty at all. He's come in there. He's dealt with everything so far in the first 4-5 minutes. You know, Son's chased him down a bit. He's nice and calm and just playing it out.
I'm going to say it now, and it could really backfire when we're 3 or 4-0 down in the second half. But to me, it looks like Spurs are looking that, you know, if we can win it, great. But a point isn't too bad. And I like the way that, you know, Spurs are very good defensively. And you think about the last few games for United, you've got Lukaku against a good defensive side on his own. What I like about today is, and Mourinho doesn't get the credit, you know, oh, we're going to park the bus. We're playing 2 up front today, and not many teams do that. And I think that is really taking the game to Spurs, who are playing 1 up front. So already in the first 5 minutes, you can see that United are the team that's going to be on the front foot. And whatever happens, we shouldn't forget that. You know, he has approached it in a way that we're on the front foot. Yes, we need to win it, and we're going to go and give it a go. So yeah, it could backfire terribly, but I don't think people need to be. Oh, it can't be. Oh, Young's into the box.
Oh, he's got in.
Oh, cut back.
Unlucky.
But he skinned him. Now Valencia down the right.
Spurs look at 6s and 7s.
With a lazy layoff.
It seems to me, I don't know what you think, Mark. It seems to me that Rashford is targeting Eric Dyer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, it's not his natural position. So could be something in that for our two strikers. Maybe if Lukaku can pull the other two centre-backs away from him, Rashford obviously fancies his chances against him.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, Spurs haven't really settled into the game yet.
No, I think Spurs, the way they've set themselves up is, you know, they're going to do a lot of defending in this game.
Yeah, you're probably they are making some really bad mistakes at the back. They're looking very nervous.
I'm just getting greedy now because I think the start we've had, and a few people said it, you know, I can see an early goal in this game. I think if United were to get an early goal, it's, you know, Spurs have traditionally been bottlers of the North, and what we don't want them to do is play their way into this game.
Yeah. Great recovery there from Bay.
Yeah, yeah. Bay's a massive player for us. I just get worried about, he seems to pick up quite a few injuries, but
it's a massive boost for us that he's back in the heart of the defence for us.
Yeah. And I know you don't like him, but I do like Chris Smalling. I think, you know, if you're playing a first choice front back two, it's probably going to be Bay and Jones or Bay and Rojo when he's fit. But, you know, as a backup, I like Smalling. I think he's...
Matic and Herrera looking well.
Yeah, well, Herrera's got to have a big game today, and I think, you know, he started off well. It's all confidence, isn't it? It is confidence, and he is getting involved, playing against good players, and that's good from Valencia. Probably should have played that to Matic, but Mkhitaryan's the one. He's got to get into this game.
Do you know what? Valencia's for me at the minute is the one that's getting stuck in here and showing no fear in the challenges. Like,
it's a battle.
Oh, get in.
Here we go. Herrera, Mkhitaryan. Oh, God.
He's done it again.
He started off badly, Mkhitaryan. He's had the ball in a couple of positions where, as a number 10, you're the man who should be making them passes. And it's just disappointing. Everyone else is up for it. Mkhitaryan is looking rusty again. He's got to get himself into this game better, or he'll be off.
Got to start looking for the ball. Start calling for it, mate.
Yeah. See, we're in a really good position there. Spurs get the ball because Mkhitaryan can't pass it, and now Spurs are having a bit of the ball, which we don't want. Although we've got it back with the throw-in now.
Yeah.
Leroy's just signed up for the Fan League. Link in the video description for that if you want to do that, and it will flash up. I'll give you a shout out. Jared Pesserman says it's frustrating to know Mickey is a reason they're going to get back in the game. Well, 10 minutes in, it's a great start, says AJ Nell. Come on, lads, says Freddie Stent. Bay's got a fresh trim, says Patty. A few people moaning about Mkhitaryan.
Yeah, but it's understandable. Yeah, we expect big things from him, especially in this game, because the last 3-4 games he's been really, really poor by his standards. So it's just expectation. He's come with a decent price tag, a good reputation with coming from Dortmund.
Lukaku. So, wait.
He's in.
Oh,
Rashford.
Go on.
Still got it.
He's got no right foot. Lukaku's got literally no right foot.
But he's telling Mkhitaryan there, where is he at the back post?
Yeah, it wasn't a good cross from Lukaku.
No, but
I think Lukaku, if he's got a right foot, he hits this. Don't know what he's doing there. I mean, come on, Mkhitaryan's about 5 foot, and defensively very good though. All the defenders are up for it. Midfield are you know, feeding it. I do think we said it, and already in the first 10 minutes we can see it, that the number 10 is the big position, and it's too early to say Mkhitaryan's awful, but he's had a couple of wayward passes. He needs to up his game. Everybody else has upped it. Jordan Curley says, Mark, I'm back from being ill. Just glad to be back and better. Welcome back, Jordan. I hope you're doing okay. Good to hear you're doing okay. Morgan Joyce thinks Mkhitaryan's a class player. I think we all do, Morgan. He's just not at the moment.
Valencia's got it here. Right hand side. Oh, has he lost it? Yeah, he's lost it. Ericsson. I thought that was a bit of a wayward pass then, but
I tell you what though, I know it's only 10 minutes in, but I look at United this first 10 minutes playing at this tempo, playing the way they are. I look at Spurs and I don't see any difference. And I just think United's problem recently is we've not played like the United we did in the first 6 weeks of the season. We've played within ourselves, whereas today you've got the effort. Here's Mkhitaryan. That's a foul. That's good. That'll do him good. Won the ball. Took a foul. Get up. Get your chin up. And start building your way back into this game.
That's what I want to see from the lad. Pick that ball up and run at him, but he's got to keep his... You can see there, look, his head's down.
Yeah, he does put his head down way too
Yeah, he's not looking around to see if there's a pass on.
Oh, God. Rashford's behind this free kick. It's about 40 yards out. You've got Lloris in goal, who's the second best keeper in the league today. Don't shoot. And he's going to shoot. You can just tell. I hope I'm wrong. I remember this happening with Zlatan in the League Cup final, but Chad Sproul says, if Rashford shoots, this is going 2 miles over. I'm going for a mile.
I'm going to say it's on target.
Oh, he's got it on target, and
there we go.
he's forced to save from Lloris. I like what he did with that free kick, though, because it is raining in Manchester. It's a greasy pitch, and he got it to bounce in front of him, so he's done well with that. It was going wide, but...
Yeah.
Corner, Rashford will take it. I mean, we're quite a big team, but again, I think Spurs don't get enough mention for how good they are at the back. Lloris palms at it, and he's won it, and he rolls.
I'll tell you what, that weren't a bad corner by Rashford.
No.
Obviously, we've seen worse.
I'll tell you what I would say about Phil Jones, and I still don't think we can trust him on injuries, but I have been saying this for a number of weeks. He is the closest thing to John Terry in English football. And whatever you think about John Terry off the pitch, on the pitch, very, very good centre-back. And I just wish Phil Jones could stay fit. I mean, to be fair, he went off injured last week against Huddersfield. He's got himself back a week later, so I've got to applaud him for that. But look, if Phil Jones is still playing regularly as our centre-back in January, I'll start to believe, but everything he does good is just tainted by, I bet he's going to get injured in a minute. And but I feel a lot more confident with this, especially the back five. You know, Ashley Young getting forward's a good player. Valencia's solid, and I like, as a back three. I think this is the best we've got at the moment. Yeah.
At the moment, yeah. When Rojo comes back, I would definitely put him in there. Find a place for him. I think it will be, if we're going to play with 3 at the back, it'll be Bailly, Jones and Rojo.
You see Spurs on the attack there, but Dele Alli's giving it away.
That's a good thing so
Lukaku's
far.
Got to be stronger there against Dyer.
We've not seen much of Ericsson, so that's a plus for me.
Yeah. But Spurs there, not really in the game, but 2 quick passes and they were on the edge of our box, and that's what we've got to be careful about. You know, Spurs are a good side, and somebody was saying before that the first goal will, whoever scores the first goal will win this game, and I've not really given it much thought, but I can sort of see what people were saying. Remember, if you're new to the United Stand, click that subscribe button, bottom right hand corner, the hologram, and get involved with the fantastic community that we have. As you can see, live comments always up on the screen, and we're live every night at 8 o'clock. We'll be live at 8 o'clock tonight with a Skype in, so you can Skype in and give us your thoughts on the game. And we will have fan cams going up this afternoon from obviously fans at the ground reaction with Flex. Hopefully, that will be a 3-pointer for United. But at the moment, it's been a good first 10 minutes, but Spurs are starting to get a touch on the ball. And you know, as people say, that if we could have just got a goal in that first 10 minutes, it gives us a boost. But still early days, but Spurs are starting to get on the ball a bit. And
well, you know, 15 minutes in, they've not really attacked us. There's been no threat. We've kept the main danger men quiet. So hopefully we can do that for the rest of the game. Yeah. Davies with a crossing, or headed up in the air by Ashley Young. Away by Smalling, yeah.
See, that's why I like Smalling there. You got Jones up against somebody, and Smalling just comes in and says, "I'm having that," and wins the ball. He's probably, I think Smalling's probably our best player in the air.
Yeah, Herrera seems, when we've not got the ball, Herrera is absolutely shadowing Ericsson.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. It is reminiscent of that Chelsea game in many ways. We've got two up front, and
Spurs trying to come down our left-hand side. Jones, bit of a nervous clearance there. No need for that.
Aurier could have been at United. It's not Aurier, it's Sissoko. But yeah, Spurs getting a bit of the ball at the moment. Son with a bit of skill. Well played, Matic. Shadowed him well. Nice little 1-2. Herrera, he's got to get up and find the pass, and he does. Well done.
He's got it, yeah.
Now Lukaku, he's got 3 around him. Oh, come on, ref. Foul.
Ref, yeah, blow him up, yeah. See, that's what I like Herrera to do. That's how I like Herrera. He went in for the tackle there, get that ball, he shielded it well, and he's laid it off.
I don't know, there should be a yellow card on Davies there. He's a bit late. It's somebody did ask a while ago who's the ref. It's the fat old one who shouldn't even be a referee. He's useless. Forget what his name is. Is it Dunn?
Oh, I'm not sure.
He's just rubbish. He's just totally unfit.
Right, Alfie.
Actually, I don't think it is him.
Cheers, Chad, for that. He's gone now.
Good tackle, Herrera on Ericsson and Matic. That's it. Bite in. Fortunately, the ball didn't stick, but it's back with Lloris. Harley Hunter says the last 5 minutes Spurs are crashing us for possession. I would agree, Harley. They've started to get a bit of a foot on the ball, and that's it's swinging a bit at the moment back to Spurs. But having said that, you know, it might not be a bad idea to suck them in a little bit, force them up, and look to hit them on the break. Jonathan Moss says Tiny Mario 75. That's the one. It's 0-0 Giles Gann. That's why it says 0-0 in the top right hand corner. Although, to be fair, I don't always update it quick.
There's a good question from It's JRX. Is there any ref that you do like, Mark?
No, probably not. There aren't any referees I like, because I don't think referees are there to be liked. But there are referees I don't notice, and that's a good referee for me. You notice the bad referees, the good referees. I don't know all the names of the referees in the Premier League, but I know all the bad ones. There's about 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I can't stand Atkinson, can't stand this one, Moss, can't stand Michael Oliver, and Mike Dean as well. Can't stand him. Oh, come on, ref. Come on.
Oh, that was late. That was late. No, he's let it go.
Oh, good. That's good play from Spurs. They are quick at moving the ball, and the space here. Sissoko, you never get. Have a day off. He's just tried to beat De Gea from 40 yards. Have a day off. You're drunk.
Do you know what? Speaking about referees, right? There was a ref going back many years ago that absolutely scared the crap out of me. I think he was Italian, Collina.
Oh yeah. He was
him with the bald head and you know the white eyes. Wow, you didn't cross him.
I think the players felt the same as well, didn't they? I thought that was a foul on Matic there, and he's played it on.
Right, watch the runner there, Jones. That's it.
Well done.
Away Smalling. Well,
we're a bit under the cosh at the moment. We need to get hold of the ball. Spurs would have thought, oh, first. Oh. Again, they've just hit one from 40 yards, Alderweireld, and he's going, oh, and I'm like, what do you mean, oh? You've just tried to score past the best goalkeeper in the world from 35 yards, and you're going, whoa, whatever, get out. Do that all day, and it'll be 0-0.
Charlie Horrocks wants a shout out.
Let's just add it.
There we go. 300 beats says Long Ball United. I wouldn't go that far. Not yet. Kev McGee, Spurs are coming into this game more and more. They are. Yeah,
they definitely are. Mike Hill says Jonathan Old and Fat Moss. Yeah. I'll put it better myself. We are sitting back a bit. I agree. Why are we sitting back a bit? We started off really well, and now we seem to be corner there. I mean, Spurs are a threat from corners because they've got Ericsson and they have got tall centre backs.
Right. Surya Sinha. Marcus, please shout me out. I will eat an onion whole. Right, there you go. Halam, first time watching again.
Corner to Spurs. What we cannot do is concede first, because all the good work we've done will be undone, and heads will drop. Good little play there, Herrera. Mkhitaryan again. It just breaks
Lost
down.
it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair to Mourinho, though, I mean, well, I'm not going to be fair to him, because for me, he's got the perfect number 10 in Mata. He just won't play him. But I would have played Mkhitaryan over Lingard because he's a better player. But the problem is, Mkhitaryan's just very, very, very poor at the moment.
Yeah. I think that if you include Mata, though, in that, for me, Mata should have been starting the game.
Yeah. I don't know, he just won't play Mata as a number 10. It's really hard. I think he'd play Lingard over Mata. Here we go. Valencia's offside. That's a shame. HQ the Gamer, can I get a shout out? It's my birthday. Easiest way to get a shout out today is to sign up for the fan league in the link in the video description, because it notifies me when people do it, and then I'll just shout you out. Shout you out. No real chances yet, says Chad, and it's still 0-0. Yeah. Kwame says, I took Mkhitaryan out my Fantasy Premier League team and I'm a fanboy. Well, I told you he was stat padding at the start of the season. I don't think he's playing any worse at the moment than he was at the start of the season. I just think he's, you know, we're playing better opposition, aren't we? I mean, to be honest, a lot of people said at the start of the season, yeah, great results, but look at the opposition. And when you do look at it, Leicester is down the bottom, Everton are down the bottom, Swansea are down the bottom, West Ham are down the bottom. You know, a lot of the teams we played are struggling this season, and we're now playing some of the better teams. But to be honest, the start of this game, Spurs and City, for me, are head and shoulders above anybody else form-wise in the Premier League at the moment, because obviously our form's dropped, and you know, we're not inferior to them. I mean, yeah, they're missing Harry Kane. I'm not listening to any of that, oh, we got a draw or whatever without Harry Kane. We ain't got Pogba. So that's the leveler there. And also, we're missing some other players, which I think would be really important for us. Lukaku's offside again. See, we're falling into that trap of the Spurs
now the long ball
trap now.
Yeah, the long ball's coming now, because we just can't seem to put our passes together.
Yeah.
So a free kick to Spurs, 24 minutes. Roy Wang reckons Man City are going to win the league.
Well, Man City fans, I mean, I know there's only about 8, but Man City fans will be hoping for a draw today, because that will beat West Brom, which I think they will. They'll be 7 points clear at the top, so they'll either want a draw or a Spurs win. I think a draw, obviously, because I think Spurs, if they did win, the way they're playing at the moment, it would be a Herrera could have had a yellow there. Fair play to the ref. So I think he's trying not to book people. One thing to say, because it's very dry in the Midlands where I am, is it's chucking it down with rain at Old Trafford, so that's obviously an impact on their ability to move the ball. That's got to be referee.
That's late again.
Oh, it's the same bloody player again as well. Davies is a dirty get. Good block by Bailly. Get up, Vertonghen. Get up. Well done, Herrera.
Can you get the second ball?
No.
Yeah.
Eriksen's fought him back. That's what we've got to get into a fight with this lot. Matic is going to... Oh, he came charging out. And he,
I thought he was going for it then.
yeah, well done, Valencia. We're having to battle at the moment, but you know, it's not all about being on the front foot. We are having to battle a lot, and to be honest, most of the players are battling, which is good. You know, Herrera, Valencia, Matic, Bailly, all the defenders really are up for it at the moment. I just think Rashford and Lukaku not in the game. We're resorting to that long ball, like Marcus said, because we can't get it through Mkhitaryan.
I mean, Mkhitaryan as well, he seems to be dropping deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should be at
Jones,
least...
what are you bloody doing?
What?
He's done well, to be fair. Oh, Mkhitaryan, get your first touch, mate. Again, it's just not sticking with Mkhitaryan at all, is it? Every time it goes to him, Spurs get the ball back. I really hoped he was going to turn up in this game. Still time, still time. To be fair to him, and I don't like saying it because you know, we all know that he's the problem at the moment. But if he was playing like every other player on the pitch, I think we'd be doing a lot better because everyone else is doing their job. Yeah,
but this is the problem, I think, in an attacking sense, because the number 10 is coming so far deep that he's got to try and pick out an absolutely world-class pass to bring the forwards into play.
I don't know what went wrong there, but they've gone on a little run.
Son's got it in our area.
Good block, Valencia. Come on.
Yep. Bay there, look, organising the defence, telling them to get out. All right, stand him up. That's it. Valencia, out you come.
Oh God.
Oh. What a bit of a balls up that was.
Cross came in and De Gea went to grab it, and then I think Phil Jones sort of barged into him all the other way around, dropped it, and Sissoko wasn't a great chance, but he's put it over. But yeah, to be fair, it's not Jones' fault.
Yeah, there's no shout from. Oh yeah. Jones saying you didn't get a shout. But replay shot.
One of them, really.
Lewis says we're playing with 10 men again because Mickey is missing.
Well, I personally think, I mean, I think like most United fans, you'd play Mata in that position, but Mourinho will never do it for some reason. So if it's a choice between Mkhitaryan and Lingard, I do think that was the right decision. Referee is going to blow up here. Is it all
head
again?
Injury, yeah.
Head to head.
Ashley Young's down, clutching his face.
It looked like head to head. No, it's hand.
No, yeah. Forearm / elbow.
Yeah. I mean, Dyer went on a good run for Spurs about 2 minutes ago, and you know, Mourinho basically saying that Dyer wasn't the one I wanted. I wanted Matic. I don't know. I think he did want Dyer. He just couldn't get him, and you know, it's a big game today for Matic and Dyer. You know, I think they'll be both going head to head. Some argument going on here. I don't know what. It's an argument over the drop
ball, isn't
it? The Spurs player trying to get involved in the drop ball. All right. What? Don't get off him, Ali. Go on, come on, let's have it. Let's have a bit. Let's have a bit. Let's have a bit. Come on. Let's have a bit, you little cretin. Let's have a bit. Yeah, go on, Lukaku. Come on. Let's have a bit. This is what we want. This is what we want. Let's get it going. Let's get it on. Ashley Young and Dele Alli. Dele Alli, a little gobby get. Rashford, don't push him away. Push him in the bloody back. Get him away. Don't care if he plays for England. Lukaku just came in and went, whoosh, get away.
So it's things like that where, you know, I hate to say it, but Fellaini would have been the first one in there.
Yeah. You need that. You know, Roy Keane, yeah. It's the old Roy Keane thing. It's the old United thing. If people want to try and bully us, let's have it. You know, when Dele Alli plays for England, fine, I'd back him. But, you know, if he wants to come and give it to United players, don't care who it is, let's have it. You little, look at him. Pointy nosed prick.
That's it. Let your true feelings out, man.
Well, that's what fans want to see. That's what the players have got to do. You know, I grew up with it, like I say, with Scholes, Keane, Beckham, the lot. Everybody it was in everybody.
I remember when we played Spurs. I think it was the last game at the Lane. Not too sure. When Memphis went in on Carl Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
yeah. I mean, it was one of the best cameos Memphis ever had. And,
it's fantastic.
Yeah. Fans love that though. That fighting for the cause. I mean, you're probably going to pick up a yellow these days, but you know what? The crowd will respond to that.
That's probably the best moment of that lad's United career.
There you go, Mkhitaryan, well done, wins it back. There you go, got a bit of space. Good ball.
Little Rashford goal. Look.
See, Spurs are a very good defensive side. Thought we had them on a break a bit there. Super XL gaming, Martial has to get on. The great thing is, Martial will come on, won't he? And that is it is a 90-minute game and it is a squad game as well. I think Herrera's done well. That's from behind.
Yeah. And he's gone right through the back there. He's won the ball, fair enough, but he's gone through the player to get it.
The ref just doesn't want to give any yellow cards, does he? Good play by Herrera.
Yeah, I mean, he's not gone right through the back.
To be honest, if that was a United player, I would have said that's not a yellow card, but it's a foul. But yeah, I do think Herrera deserves some credit because a lot of people jump on his back. I think Herrera's been fantastic today.
He has. It's only been, saying that, he's just been pickpocketed there by Son, but he's got it back.
I think this is the sort of game Herrera needs, though, to get himself back to what he was like last season. Messing around against pub teams in the Champions League or the Europa League. Sorry, not the Europa League, the Carabao Cup or whatever it's called.
Joe, sometimes it takes a big game or a big occasion to get that player's motivation back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for me, at the minute, Herrera's doing it. Mkhitaryan hasn't. He's just not rose to the occasion yet. No,
he's done a little bit better, Mkhitaryan, in the last 5 minutes. He's got, he's won it back. He's played a 5-yard pass, and it's sad that I'm saying a professional footballer's done a 5-yard pass, but good play by Ashley Young there.
Yeah, great.
And the ref, I think, had given a foul or something anyway, but he did well. But to be honest, it's little steps for Mkhitaryan, isn't it? If he's going to take confidence from winning the ball back and playing a 5-yard pass, then I wonder if Dele Alli shouted Megs at Phil Jones with that pass.
Pochettino looks worried on the sidelines there. Not really created anything.
No, it's a very. To be honest though, I think United started off well. Then Spurs came back into it. Neither teams had a chance, but it's probably quite an equal game at the moment. Rashford, Eric Dyer's played very, very well for Spurs.
I think Jones there done well.
I think Mourinho has probably got Eric Dyer pumped up for this game with his comments yesterday.
Yeah, he probably has, yeah.
Because I think Spurs are a very good defensive team anyway. They don't concede many goals.
No, but don't we have second or with the first best defensive side in the league?
Who is or them?
Us, I think, is.
Oh yeah, we've got everybody fit, we're a good defensive side as well. But it's the ball in from Ashley Young. Well done.
Yeah.
I think every United player's played really well in this first half. I think, obviously, apart from Mkhitaryan, but it's a real battle.
I think Bay's done exceptionally well, considering the length of time he's been out. He's not been eased in like others, but he's thrown straight in because obviously Mourinho has that trust in him.
Mickey is crap. Zlatan will take his place. I think that was from Jessica Jane. Yes, it was. Spurs on the attack here. I'll tell you what, I'm nervous because I do think that comment that somebody made before about the first goal being key.
Yeah.
It's looking like that sort of game, isn't it? I mean, if Spurs got a goal, well, you know, of course you can come back and win 2-1, but I don't think there's going to be loads of goals in it.
No, it could be that this is the sort of game where the one goal will decide it.
Oh God, that was a good chance there.
Yeah.
I think it was Dele Alli headed it, and Mkhitaryan. That's a good control.
Yeah,
Done well.
again.
Fouled.
Come on.
What? The ref just play on, and he got absolutely chopped. That is a disgrace. Unless Mkhitaryan has dived, that is disgraceful from the referee, because Mkhitaryan was absolutely chopped, and he went, I can't see. I'm watching it back now. I can't see how that's not a foul. Oh God.
Oh.
The ref is a joke. Absolute joke. Could have cost us that.
Could have, yeah. He's definitely swiped his leg out. It's a worrying sign this that we've not actually had a shot at Lloris's goal yet, for me.
Is Ashley Young? No, blocked.
No. Rashford.
Corner for United.
Yeah. Jamie Roberts says we don't look assured at all.
I think we've played. You know, I was going to go and have a quick look, and I will do at some point. When are City playing Spurs? Because I think Spurs could do us a favour against City, and you know, Spurs are a very, very good team, and I know it's frustrating, but it's a 90-minute game, and hopefully we can get something out of it. And it's a massive result if we do, because Spurs are a very good team. Oh, Herrera.
No, that's bad. Poor. So, goal kick to Spurs. Mourinho's on the touchline there, shouting at him. Yeah, Valencia's done very well this first half. To me, he looks like the player that's up for it most of all.
Yeah.
Joel, not really seen much of Matic this half either, which is probably a good thing.
See, Spurs don't play City until the 16th of December. We play them before that. Herrera's done well there. Oh, it's a shame about his final ball. It's our ball. Dele Alli's gone down. Whoever chopped him down, I'm going to give him a shout out.
Valencia, I think. Yeah.
It's a 50-50 ball. It's a 50-50 ball. And he takes the ball. No, he doesn't. I'll have that. Valencia will get man of the match for that now anyway. Oh, come on, ref. He don't want to give anything against Spurs, this ref, I tell you.
He doesn't, no.
Jones put Smalling into a real problem there. Well done, Smalling. I think Smalling's been fantastic.
He's been chopped down there by Sissoko off the ball.
Yeah. Black Lives Matter, and may God bless this channel, says Juan Matter. Thanks for the contribution. Oh, come on. It's a real battle, this game at the moment. Soft. On the ref's giving a lot to Spurs and not a lot to United, which, to be honest, when it's at Old Trafford, is, you know, I expect it when you're away from home, but you expect a little bit more from a referee at Old Trafford, to be honest. He's been old and fat, as I always said.
DJM FIFA says, Mark, Spurs are playing City December 16th.
Yeah, it's a week after us, isn't it?
Yeah.
Could do with them playing a bit sooner, to be honest, because by that time it could be a lot. Oh, Ashley Young's trying to play offside there. Another corner for Spurs. Part of me thinks at the moment, Marcus, with 5 minutes to go, let's just get into half time, because Valencia is playing him on by a mile.
Yeah, I mean, if we get in at half time 0-0, I'd be pleased with that, because we haven't tested Lloris at all. Not that I can remember.
I mean, Spurs have had more corners than us, 3 to our 2. So.
Yeah.
Ooh. There's a shot there. De Gea saved it. There wasn't much power on it from Dyer, but I tell you what, Fellaini would have played in this game 100%, because Spurs are a big team, aren't they?
Yeah. I think that's probably what we're missing more than anything else, the height of Fellaini and Pogba.
I personally think that if Fellaini was fit, I would have played him where Mkhitaryan is. Because Herrera and Matic have got the mobility, and then Fellaini, you've got that ability to hit a longer ball.
But you can't pass more than 5 yards, can you?
Yeah, well, neither can Mkhitaryan.
So I'd never thought I'd see the day where you would want Fellaini as a number 10 against the top side.
No, neither did I, but I think... oh, look at Fatty Boy. He's over. Why is he a Premier League referee? Look at him. He's only calling him back because he wants a 5-minute break. You can have one in 3 minutes. That was, to be fair, Herrera was a bit naughty there. He had both feet. Well, he had both studs raised, but it was a bit of a chop challenge. Dyer man of the match, so Mar says Maisie B. Yeah, I wanted us to sign Dyer. I mean, I'm happy with Matic, but I saw the Quan James says Herrera's playing really bad. You wonder what games. I mean, for me, I think we've had 10 brilliant players on the pitch and 1 average player again.
Yeah. Back to the same situation again, though, isn't it? It's like we're playing with 10 men again.
Yeah.
I mean, Mourinho's asking a question to the 4th officially, probably about Herrera's tackle just then. You know, he's got the ball. It's not as if he's dived in at him. AJ Nell says it's a feisty game. Yeah, I think it is. Phil Jones could be in trouble. No.
He didn't touch him.
No, he didn't. No.
It's a dive. Did he book him?
No, he didn't. No.
Well, at least he didn't get booked. But go on, Phil. Hope he wins it.
That's it.
And this is the problem. Ashley Young, I think he's had a really good half, but he's not big, is he? Don't need to.
No, but he battles, and
yeah.
that's what we need for the big games. We need 11 battlers out there. You know,
I tell you what, it's a good game in a way that, you know, everyone's on the edge. It's
Darth Vader says he can see this being a 1-0.
Yeah,
it is that sort of game, though, isn't it? The one goal will decide it.
Yeah, it is very tight.
I mean, De Gea's had a couple of saves, but nothing major, nothing, you know, not really looking goal threatening. Pretty comfortable for him, but Lloris has had nothing to do.
Duncan Hamilton thinks that Spurs are all over us, but we'll win 1-0. I don't think they're all over us. I just think they're probably winning the midfield battle because we are playing with 10 men. Ref.
Oh, he's pulled him there, look. Come on.
Opportunity to put the ball in the box. Whether we'll take it or not, I don't know. Yeah, Rashford said big men up. Bay's going up, yeah. 3 centre-backs go up. Lukaku's up. Callum Bow, are we parking the bus? No, we're not at all. DSTV, I want to see Martial, Lukaku and Rashford on the pitch. I don't think we'll see that today. You've got to beat the first man, Marcus, there.
Yeah.
Poor free kick. And then what's that by Mkhitaryan? Although...
No, we'll go out for a corner. Yeah.
It's going to go long.
Go on, Rashford.
The game's pretty much over anyway for the half.
Never know, we might nick one here. No, out it goes. Ericsson. Oh, Valencia's on the run here, down the right.
Oh, this wants somebody
Unlucky.
running onto that there.
Yeah. Well, again...
Oh, ref's blown up just on the bloody attack. I mean, that pretty much typifies that referee's performance there. I thought it was absolutely shit.
I don't know about you, Mark, but that low ball then from Valencia, right on the edge of the area. Like,
where's Mkhitaryan?
That's it, yeah. Where's the number 10 there? Let's slot it in. Yeah, it's no good playing the ball like that when it's just Lukaku in the box.
Yeah.
But pretty even half, I would say. Very good first half. A bit feisty, which is what I'd like to see.
Yeah, not one chance on goal though, which is a bit of a concern when you've got two up front. And I think that does come down to the fact that, unfortunately, yet again, Mkhitaryan's poor, as KJ Rodriguez says. I thought there was 10 really, really good performances in that game, but Mkhitaryan's just not doing it. I don't necessarily think. I think Matt is the answer. I really do.
Yeah.
I'm just going to add Ross into the call because he's trying to call in. But
okay.
yeah, I think yeah.
I'm just going to mute my mic, Mark, and go and make a coffee. All right.
Yeah, no worries.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not going to dig him out and say, you know, shocking or anything like that. I just think it was really 10 really good performances and not so good from Mkhitaryan, which is such an important position because he's got to link Lukaku and Rashford. Ross, can you hear me?
Yeah, how you doing, Mark?
Good, thanks. What's your thoughts on the half so far?
Hang on, I'm in an echo room. To be honest, mate, Mkhitaryan has been like beyond dreadful, like beyond dreadful. I think he's actually been Tottenham's best player, to be honest.
Yeah.
For me, Bay's been great at the back, but he's losing the ball too much for me, and I think he's the only other player other than Mkhitaryan that is consistently losing the ball. I don't think you can analyse Rashford or Lukaku because, like, I think I just caught the last bit of what you were saying. We're not getting no service from Mkhitaryan. Every decision he makes in this game is a poor one. So for me, I'll take him off and bring Martial on because I said it last game, I think. Who's better at running at people down the middle than Martial? And he will not lose the ball as much as Mkhitaryan. So anything's better than what we got at the minute. It's like playing with 10 men. It's awful.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, to be honest, I think every other player has been absolutely brilliant in relation to their attitude. They've been up for it. I think Herrera's got a lot of stick lately. I thought he was fantastic in that half. Valencia as well, Ashley Young. Everybody's up for it, but I agree. It's like we're playing with 10 men. Just take him off. He's, you know, and it's not as if he's having... You know, there was. I think he killed the momentum of the first 10 minutes because he got the ball in a really good position, passed it to Aurier. Spurs had a dangerous attack, and suddenly Spurs felt that they could get back in the game again. And in the first 10 minutes, he missed 2 really good opportunities to find players. He's just not. There's nothing about his game that's any good at the moment.
Yeah, and I saw a really key moment in that half for me is when Matic had the ball in the middle and Mkhitaryan was as open as you can possibly be, shouting for it. And Matic actually chose to play a really difficult ball to Ashley Young. And Mkhitaryan went mental. And I looked at Matic then and thought, to be honest, mate, I don't blame you. Because if you're constantly passing to someone and the ball gets lost every time, you're going to want to deter from doing that constantly. So I think the players are starting to lose faith in him as well. Lukaku's cross was dreadful, but he had a bit of a moan at Mkhitaryan. And I think that was more about, like you said, all the chances that have gone missing rather than him running at the back post that time, because I think the frustration's coming out. And yeah, if he doesn't get subbed, we will not win this game.
Somebody just said in the live comments there, I think it's brilliant. Sub him like you subbed Mata and Martial last week, because it's as bad a performance, and I didn't think Mata and Martial were that bad last week, but he needs to come off. And again, I don't think he'll do it. I don't think he will take Mkhitaryan off, but I think the performances of everybody else, we can win this game. But the problem is, yet again, for the however many week in a row, Lukaku looks isolated, and Rashford because he's up front today. But because they're getting nothing, and Spurs were finding we were resorting to long ball. After about 20 minutes, we started trying to get Rashford and Lukaku in the game through long ball because we couldn't trust playing it through Mkhitaryan. And then Spurs were just stepping up, and we were getting caught offside. I think Spurs have set up pretty much to try and nick it and defend well, which they have done. And at the moment, Spurs will be very happy thinking we've just got to wait for that chance, because we don't look. They look like more likely to create a chance than us, because we're not getting anything going in the final third. For the how many games in a row is this now that we're just not creating chances? And there's one big sign for that, and it's the number 10. Whether it's Lingard or whether it's Mkhitaryan, they're not. It's got to be Mata. It's got to be Mata.
Yeah, I'd agree. It really, the first 10, 15 minutes actually really wound me up, because as well as United were playing, there was that consistent lack of opportunities. And I didn't think we were playing that well, because I base on how well you're playing is how many opportunities you create. And there was absolutely nothing. So for me, Tottenham have been the better side, because they've not really been troubled at all. And they probably had the better chances of the game, which is dreadful, really, given the fact, like you said, you're right, like players like Herrera are so up for it, and the midfield is actually playing really well, but there's only 2 men in it. And it's not just his going forward. And I don't want to keep talking about him, but I have to. It's not just his going forward. He's not actually coming into midfield and contributing anything defensively. So he is an absolute, just a third wheel in that team. And it kind of seems like I've just come on here to moan about Mkhitaryan, but there's nothing else I can say about the team's performance, because as I said before, you can't judge Lukaku, you can't judge Rashford, because they're not getting the ball. So yeah, it's just a simple, easy substitution for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I was going to ask you about Herrera, because there's some people saying like me that he played really, really well. There's some people playing he's rubbish, get him off. Chris Andrews, Herrera was dreadful. I thought Herrera was absolutely brilliant in that game. I thought he was exactly like the Herrera of last season. It's amazing. I'm not saying I'm right and they're wrong, but I don't. There's one player on that pitch who's not playing well, and unfortunately, it's the most important player if we want to score goals. It's the number 10.
Yeah, that game, the Old Trafford crowd started singing Zlatan's name, and for me, the game just calls out for that monumental man. I think Herrera has played, actually, given his recent performances, has played fantastic. He still has his limitations, and I think that's maybe what people are pointing to, which is he doesn't really create lots of chances, but actually he breaks their attack up really well, and maybe a chance could come out of that if Mkhitaryan played better. Again, I don't think you can really rate Herrera because of Mkhitaryan, but
let's not forget as well that Herrera is pretty much doing a man-to-man job on Eriksen, who was very quiet in that game.
Exactly, yeah, for effort and for actually playing. He's playing to the game, and I think you've got to give him credit for that. I still think his game lacks certain key figures, but you never get that out of Herrera. But in a game like today, if you give him his job and he's doing it like he is, fantastic. And again, I think if we had a proper number 10, you'd probably see a better performance from Herrera, because it's just Mkhitaryan winding me up so much and want to smash the team out.
It's so funny because I'm reading the live comments, and for every Herrera is fantastic, you've got Herrera is crap, and I think that there's something not right there when people are extremes like that. And to be honest, I think what it is with Herrera, you sort of touched on it there, is he's not been great this season, and I think some fans have given up on him and they don't like him, and that's why they don't want to see a good performance. Bit like Fellaini with me, I don't want to see a good Fellaini performance because I don't really like that sort of footballer, even though he has played well this year. I thought Herrera was very good, and I cannot accept people saying he was crap, because he was far from crap. If you want to see, I don't think Mkhitaryan was crap. I just think everybody else is up for it. We've responded to that result last week. We've hit the game hard. That first 10 minutes was really good. Everyone is probably playing at 8 out of 10, and then Mkhitaryan in with a 6 again. I mean, I don't think he's not trying. I just think he's just not. He's not giving what everybody else is, and unfortunately, because of where he's playing, if he plays badly, we don't create chances. If he's out on the wing, well, we're not playing wingers today. To be honest, Mkhitaryan should not be on that pitch, and I would have picked him over Lingard. We said it in the hour before kickoff, but actually, Lingard would be an improvement on Mkhitaryan, because Mkhitaryan is not going to play to his potential. Mkhitaryan at his best is better than Lingard, but at the moment he's far from it.
There's a certain Spaniard on that bench that could also make a massive difference to this game.
Yeah.
But the thing that really, the most disappointing thing for me is I love this formation, and I really love the way the team is set out. I love the Lukaku-Rashford thing, but it hasn't worked because of, like you say, that the most important position in this formation is that number 10. And yeah, the Lingard sub looks, like it probably will happen, but that's not the right one either. Lingard's not going to be our future number 10. We need quality in that position. And I just hope that Mourinho doesn't defer from this formation because of that reason. Because going forward, the two up front, Lukaku needs a support. I really love the balance in the team. 3 centre-backs, wing-backs are playing well. Ashley Young's played really well. I like his little bit with Dele Alli. So hopefully, if we can just sort that number 10 position out, going forward, I have a lot of faith in this formation and the team.
Yeah, I'd agree. You're breaking up a bit, Ross, so I'll let you crack off. But
Cool.
Thanks for coming on, mate. And
Sure, I'll catch you later, mate.
You still confident 3-0?
No, I'm changing it to
2. I just hope any win. I just hope we can win it. I think 1 goal might win it, to be honest, and I just hope it's ours.
Yeah, first goal wins yesterday.
Yeah. All right, mate. Well, hopefully Sunday night tomorrow, but have a good weekend.
You too, Matt. See you tomorrow.
Cheers, pal. You can follow Ross on Twitter at Hazza90, which is at HAZZ90. Don't forget the Fan League, link in the video description. They're all 3 o'clock kickoffs for that game. Basically, link in the video description. Pick 13 results from the 3 o'clock kickoffs today. You just pick home, win, draw or away. If you get 13 right, you win £3 grand. If you get 10 out of 13 right, I think you get about 20 quid. It's free to enter, and when you go through the link in the video description, you'll also get an invite to play in the United Stand League, which it doesn't matter when you enter because it's based on average score, not total score. So you could enter today, get 10 out of 13 and probably be top of the league, because I think Wonderland was top with 9 when we last checked. So link in the video description, and when you sign up it flashes up on my screen, so you'll get a shout out as well. So that's the link in the video description for that. It's free to play, by the way. It's a 20p to play, but we've got 2 free tokens for you to play. Link in the video description. Please do keep subscribing. We've got quite a few people involved today. Fantastic community of United Stand. Live comments always up on the screen. Tense. We're all very, very tense at the moment, aren't we? We're camping because we're all tense. And terrible joke, but we are tense. We've got to win this game, and who knows which way it's going to go. To me, Mkhitaryan's got to come off. But subscribe to the United Stand, like I said. Live every night at 8 o'clock. We'll be live at 8 o'clock tonight with reactions, Skype show for you to Skype in and have your say. Sunday night live at 8 o'clock. Monday night is another Skype show for you to call in and have your say. And we've got fan cams going up this afternoon, so make sure you subscribe and get your notifications on. Because if we lose this, I think the fan cams are going to be very, very interesting in relation to Mkhitaryan. If we win it, I think we're all going to be having a party. If we draw it, it's not good enough. Draw's not good enough for me. It isn't good enough. I think draw is almost moan territory, to be honest. And I think if this game ended now, how would you feel? That's what I would say. How would you feel if this game ended now? And I'll tell you how I would feel if this game ended now. I'd think 10 really good performances from United players and 1 player who should not have been picked. Mourinho sees him in training. I accept that Mkhitaryan is a very, very good player. I was very excited when we signed him, and I wanted him to play today because I thought maybe that kick up the backside like everyone else has had, he would respond. He's not. He's still the same player he's been for the last few weeks, and Mourinho must see that in training. He can't be training really well and then turning up to every game and playing like that. So I just get Mata on. Get Mata on, but it won't happen. It will not happen. All I want for my birthday is 3 points. Come on, United, says JB. Oh yeah, all we all want is that 3 points. We can't have another 0-0 match, says Unknown Ghost. Draw is moan time, says Glenn Light. And we need a man who can run the width like Rooney, 4-5-1. What we need is a number 10. And to be fair, when we had Rooney playing there, we said what we need is a number 10. And we just cannot solve this number 10 position problem. And it is a problem, a real problem for us. And we do need to solve it. And hopefully he'll do something in the second half, because I don't think he can stick with what he's doing. I just don't think he can. I think he's got to change it. last week he changed it. Took Mata and Martial off at half time. Is he going to be a hypocrite? And is he going to do it again or not? Sean Atwood's made a contribution. Mickey sucks. Let's try Rashford as a 10, just how Lingard scored. I'll be over there in December. Hope to see you there. Hello, Sean, and thanks for the contribution. Marcus, can you hear me?
Hi, mate, you're right.
Yeah, I'm just going to pop to the toilet and give you a few minutes to have your say. The game's nearly going to be back on anyway.
It's nearly kicking off, yeah.
What are you doing? I can hear myself there.
Yeah, I know, sorry, mate. Just to,
yeah, Ross was obviously negative about the Mata, get Mata on for Mkhitaryan. Obviously, Mata was took off at half-time last week. I didn't think he played particularly badly. Will he do the same with Mkhitaryan? I'll leave it with you for a minute.
Okay. So, yeah, Mkhitaryan, he's not had the greatest of halves again. So, is he the main problem here? I would say yes. I would take him off, as Mark touched on earlier. Yeah, Mata is obviously, I think we all want Mata as the number 10, but for me at this minute in time, Lingard against Swansea is probably playing as the better number 10 than Mkhitaryan at the minute, and which is not very nice to say when you consider the ability of both players. Jacob Mordecki, we could give McTominay another shot. What do you think? Maybe as a CDM, but not as a number 10 role. Clive Kennedy, Martial, number 10. Yeah, that could work. Yeah. Wackus Ahmad wants a shout out. There you go. You back, mate, yeah? John Leonidas, Herrera does not pick out the right passes. Please compare him to Pogba. I don't think really you can compare Pogba to Herrera, can you really?
I'll tell you what, I can't believe Mkhitaryan's coming out for that second half. I think that's a disgrace. I really do. I think it's so hypocritical from Mourinho to take Mata and Martial off at half-time last week and then keep Mkhitaryan on after that half. I tell you what, he better do something this half is all I'm going to say, because I think that's a disgrace.
Well, I just said to the comments there, he's making Lingard play as the number 10 against Swansea. He's actually making him look good, which is in a way quite disappointing, because obviously Mkhitaryan is the better quality over Lingard. But yeah, I mean, Mata would have been the one for me to come on. Hopefully, I just don't get it with him, mate. So he has good games, he has down games, but at the minute he just seems to be on a downward spiral. He's not getting any better at all.
No, I like I say, I hope he turns it around this half and Mourinho sees something that we're not as fans. But he does not deserve to be on that pitch, and the game's just passing him by. It is like we're playing with 10 men.
Yeah, he's just not offering any. Well, who was that? Valencia off the ball there has gone down. Yeah, he's not offering anything as a number 10, and to be honest, he's not offering anything as a midfield player either. He looks lost again.
Yeah. Just having a Halloween Jaffa cake.
Yeah. So we've got a free kick here on the right hand side. Spurs is left.
Mkhitaryan taking the free kick. Well, no one's going to tackle him, so hopefully he can put a decent ball in. It's not
high, long, back post, too long. Goes out for a throw in near the right hand side corner flag. Abdul Kass has got a great point here. Mkhitaryan needs Pogba just like Pogba needs Matic. What do you think about that? Do you reckon he actually needs like a better player around him?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, obviously Pogba will make everybody's life easier, but you can't. The thing about Mkhitaryan is that you can't use that excuse, because we've seen him under no pressure not being able to play a 10-yard pass. We've seen him with a free kick there, overhitting him. You know, Pogba's not going to help him do that. His whole game is just. It's like when he's tracking back. We were on about it at Anfield. He's just no determination to track back and get his foot in. I mean, he's got it here. That's not bad. Again, overhit. Rashford can't keep it in. Simple pass. I thought it wasn't going to be a bad ball, but
couple of people in the comments shouting out for McTominay to come on. He can put a good cross in.
You're having a laugh. For who?
I don't know.
I mean, we had this debate at half time. There's a lot of people saying Herrera was rubbish, and a lot of people saying Herrera was fantastic.
Oh, Herrera's got it in the face there, has he? Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, it was a bit of an elbow.
Oh, yeah.
I think, to be honest, if we've got 20 minutes to go and it's 0-0 and Mata and Martial come on, then hopefully they'll win us the game. Because, I mean, Mkhitaryan's slow to the tackle there. You've got this. This is one of the things I can't understand. I know Mourinho through watching his teams for many years, and I don't know how he can put up with a number 10 who's got no grit, doesn't go in for 50-50s, and then on top of that, isn't actually doing the stuff that you'd want him to do when he's got the space. It just doesn't strike me as a Mourinho player at all. Especially when you see how critical he is of people like Martial, that he just lets Mkhitaryan get a free ride all the time.
Yeah.
It's like Ryan1504 says, Mkhitaryan's got no work ethic, and you're spot on. Which is, you know, I've seen players growing up who've got no work ethic, Ginola and people like that, and it doesn't. They almost get by with not working because when they get the ball, they can just produce something. Well, Mkhitaryan doesn't look like he could produce anything at the moment, and he's got no work ethic.
Yeah, he at the minute there is really no point in being in the team.
And I think also, I don't know what people think at home or you, Marcus, this performance, which I've enjoyed because there's been a lot of effort in it. I mean, let's not forget, some people have been saying this as well. I mean, I think it's been a very good performance for United, but let's not forget, we've not created one chance.
No, we haven't, no.
So for all the effort, football's not, you know, this is the thing I've always levelled at Fellaini. Oh yeah, he's all effort, but you need more than effort. And I suppose I can't be a hypocrite and say, oh, I can't just love the performance because of the effort. Where's the ability? Yeah,
I mean, nothing has been created. Our only threat so far, I mean, is from like the corners. And even the corners haven't been very good. I can only remember the one corner from Rashford, which was, you know, a pretty decent ball in. But Lloris just came out and punched it.
Right, so, I see him down the left now. I mean, if we could just create a chance. It was a good cross, that. I mean, Rashford's got to be, you know, wanting his dinner there. He's got to absolutely be starving to get on that end of that ball. It's too easy to defend. He's put it right in. It's low. It's right in that mixer. Rashford's about 2 yards off the pace. I mean, I'm not being critical of Rashford. He's done well, but
that's the second time we put a ball in like that as well. Lukaku did it near enough in the first 5 minutes, didn't he? In the first half, Rashford just missed out. So Spurs are bringing it out from the back. Aurier's got it here. Smalling gets the ball from Ali.
It's gone out.
Lukaku's off. Oh, unlucky, unlucky.
Oh, I'm getting a bit shaky, and I know the weather's turned a bit cold. I think a lot of it's nerves.
Oh, I thought, he's blown up for the foul. Wow.
With a foul.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I said at the start of the game it looks like Spurs are playing for a draw, but to be fair, I don't think they are. I think defensively we've done very well as well. Dele Alli's basically the support striker of Son, and I mean, that's one thing I said at half time as well. For all the Herrera haters, he's pretty much man-marked. Bay's a rule unto himself. He's lucky that wasn't a free kick.
Yeah.
It would have been a dangerous area. I think Spurs would have preferred the free kick there, where Bailey just basically chopped somebody on the edge of the box and the ref played it on. I think if he'd given the free kick there, I think Spurs would have quite liked that.
I definitely think this game now, the way the second half has started, is crying out for Mata now. There is no creativity in our side.
I mean, I don't know. Let's see what everyone else thinks. I'd be interested to see what you've got to say as well, Marcus. I mean, why do you think he's... You know, we've come back from this international break and we've isolated Lukaku for 4 games in a row now.
Yeah.
And pretty much, well, Mkhitaryan definitely played against Liverpool, and then he obviously didn't play against Huddersfield, but he did in the second half. He's played again today. You know, Lingard's got to take a bit of that responsibility as well because he's played as a number 10. Why do you think he keeps playing? I mean, the Mkhitaryan there, little fancy little flick, doesn't work. Luckily, Matic keeps hold of it. I don't understand why he does it. And this is universal now. There's so many fans getting fed up of Mkhitaryan.
I think he's probably... Yeah,
he's done well there. He's done quite well. He's got a bit of space. Oh, what are you doing?
He's going to lose it though.
Oh. Yeah! Oh!
Oh, no.
Mkhitaryan got a shot away. I mean, he was very, very lucky. He could have hit it a lot better. And Lloris fumbled it. And I thought Rashford was going to follow in. But we've still got it with Young. They'll clear it. Matic. Oh, he's lost it. It was nearly a very fortuitous goal, but that's a lovely little ball into Mkhitaryan. Get the pull back. Oh, no.
Again. Oh, Lukaku again.
Well, Mkhitaryan suddenly had a good couple of bits of running there. Maybe keep him on. You know, if he plays to his ability, he's a very good player. That's what we want him to do. I'm not like sell him or anything like that. He's a good player. Yeah. And maybe that'll give him a bit of confidence. Give him another 10 minutes. Lukaku.
Unlucky.
Mkhitaryan again. Herrera. That's the one. Hit it. Hit it.
One Valencia go.
God, it's just bouncing in the wrong place for us at the moment.
But yeah, I mean, Mkhitaryan there. Good bit of play.
Yeah.
You know, in, what was it? 2 minutes, I think. 2 minutes spell he had there. And...
Got a little bit lucky with the shot. Realistically, he should have done a little bit better, but the keeper spilt it.
I think it's more of a consistency thing for him. Yeah, we know he's not a bad player because obviously he had that reputation when we signed him for the assists and that. So we know he can do it. It's just the only thing I could think of is maybe he's not settled in England yet, which is a stupid reason because he's been in there for a good while.
Yeah.
He should have adapted by now.
United need to just get hold of this ball again because we've been on top for the last few minutes. And this happened... Oh, good. Well in by Matic. Brilliant. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant play. And then Rashford's got to be strong there. I mean, Rashford's been a bit bullied today, I think, by their back three.
See, I think if Martial was to come on as well... that front three would really put the frighteners up the Spurs back line. Really would.
Needs to get on the overlap there.
Yeah.
Mkhitaryan, that's worked. Oh,
that's better.
Nearly worked. That's better though, and I wouldn't take him off now. I'd keep him on. You know.
Well, he's looking forward now. He's getting his head up. He didn't do that in the first half. You know, we know what the lad possesses.
It'd be typical Mourinho. He'll take him off now. He's had a good 5 minutes. Give him you know, just keep giving him another 5 minutes and see how he does.
But now he seems to be the central point of everything we're doing going forward.
Yeah, it just shows what a difference it makes when you've got a number 10. You know, suddenly the number 10's doing something creative and we look a bit better.
Yeah.
Matic looks like he's stepped it up as well.
Yeah, I did say in the first half he was very quiet, but maybe that was a good thing.
Sean Atwood, Rashford needs to take shots and we need Martial on. A win is the only way to go. Draws don't win titles. We don't play for draws at MUFC. Play on. Here we go. Mkhitaryan got a bit of room. Rashford's got to make a run here. That's it. Oh, he's getting bullied, Rashford. Too bloody weak.
Well cut out there by Smalling.
Alderweireld has had Rashford in his pocket this half, to be honest. He's a very good centre-back. I'd like him at United.
Yeah.
Lindelof's coming on? Oh my God.
Not seen that at all.
Jared Passerman, love this channel. We're a little frustrated today and just want to win. Nice to be able to share it with the channel and know others are in the same boat. Yeah, that's the whole point, isn't it? That's the whole point of a watch along.
Yeah.
Again, Matic doing well under pressure.
Right, Mickey, look up, look up. There we go.
You've got to get that there, Rashford.
Right, go on, lad, run.
Well done.
Yeah, that'll do.
He's been very good for them, Eric Dyer, to be fair.
He has, yeah. That's what I liked about Dyer. I was really hoping he would have come in the summer. He's just, to me, he's a battler, a warrior.
Corner for United. Poor one.
Yeah.
Chris Andrews says goal incoming. I don't know. I've got a funny feeling it might be a 0-0 today, which would be really frustrating.
It would be frustrating. I think if it is a 0-0 and Man City win, I think title is going to be very hard. I wouldn't say we're completely out of it, but I'm going to say it's going to be a harder.
I think we'd have to beat Chelsea next week, and then you'd be saying, well, why are we saying that? Why can't we beat Spurs this week?
Then, of course, you look at the City game in December, you'd have to go unbeaten until that game. And then win that game as well, which is going to be another tough one. Broski. Yeah, Martial's on the bench, mate.
That crossing's been too easy for Spurs to defend in this game.
Majority of crosses haven't even beaten the first man either. Dele Alli's bringing it forward. Thankfully, he's gone backwards.
Matic has been brilliant this half.
Yep.
Here we go, Spurs.
Go on, United, press the ball, get it back. I don't know what you think, Mark, but Rashford looks a bit leggy now to me.
Yeah, I'd take him off.
Yeah. Maybe he's still carrying that knock or something.
Well done, Phil Jones. Good winner. There's a couple of subs for Spurs coming on now. Oh, not Dembele. Oh, God.
Yeah, Llorente as well.
Yeah. Dembele is always brilliant against United.
Right, our centre-backs going to have a bit more of a job on their hands now. Llorente with his... he can hold up the ball pretty well.
I think we need to respond to those subs ASAP, because this is going to change the dynamic of Spurs. This is quite an attacking move for them, and it's not normal that teams at United with half an hour to go 0-0 will think, right, let's go attacking, and I think this makes them a better team.
Well, I think taking Sissoko off for Dembele, I would say, is probably going to make him play a bit more narrower through the middle. So Pochettino has played his hand first. Let's see what Jose does.
I think he's going to have to do something, because Dembele is going to occupy... Herrera can't deal with Dembele and Eriksen. In fact, Eriksen's got loads of space there. Mourinho's going to have to react quick.
Yeah.
Because they're going to take hold of the midfield now.
No, what? Probably not a popular choice, but Mkhitaryan off and Lingard on for me, just because Lingard can track back better.
Good running, Rashford. He's got the wrong
gone.
pass. He actually had Mkhitaryan free on the right. Bloody Rashford in his final ball again. He had Mkhitaryan absolutely in acres, and he went for a pass where Lukaku was marked by two players, and he tried to play Lukaku in. Again, it's the old get your head up. So many of our attackers don't get their head up.
Throw in left hand side. Valentino says Martial and Mata in now.
Mata's warming up and Martial.
Yep.
But they don't look anywhere near coming on because they've got full tracksuits on.
Yep. Jack Neville says McTominay.
I'd love to be proved wrong, but I don't see what McTominay's going to do against players of this quality. Corner. Yes, Mkhitaryan take it. Can't have another Rashford one.
Do you know what? Again, I mean, I've been impressed with that Harry Winks today again.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Mm.
Oh, don't beat the first man again.
Nice. That's what, second, third one in a row where it's not beating the first man.
I mean, keep saying it all season. It's such a shame we didn't get Perisic because he can cross off both feet.
So another corner coming. That looks like a better one.
Oh, Valencia!
Oh, unlucky, just over the bar.
Dropped out to the edge of the box. He's caught it on the volley. Was it Everton he did this? Oh, yeah. It would have been it was unstoppable if it was on target. And I tell you what, it's arrowing towards the top corner, and it's probably a metre too high.
The way that ball's bounced
there, Mkhitaryan. I'd have said at half time it was the right. I think it is the right thing to do. To be honest, he had a little bit of a renaissance, but in light of what Spurs have done, I think defensively Lingard will offer us more.
Good closing down there from United.
I don't think we'll see Mata today then.
No, I think the obvious substitution next would be Martial.
I mean, I don't want to keep saying it, but it's an hour and we're 65 minutes and we've not had a shot on goal. Well, we've not made... Well, we have actually. I'm lying. Don't listen to me because we have had a couple of shots this off. But no, we've not created a good chance. I just feel that the substitution Spurs have made, it's dangerous for us now. It's been a battle for an hour and then Pochettino's going for it now. And where are we going for it?
I think the only way we can say if we go for it is if we take off Herrera and throw an extra body up front in Martial.
I think we look like we're on the back foot now. I think some players are looking tired. I hope I'm wrong. Like we were talking about it, weren't we, before the game? Is it about performance or is it about result? You know, it's result.
It's absolutely chucking it down at Old Trafford.
Thanks for the weather report.
Yeah, just in case anyone wanted to know.
It's Dembele again. You see, he's a problem.
Mike Rowland says Lukaku's not good enough.
He's not been good today. I think in previous weeks it was unfair to be critical of him because he wasn't getting the service. But today I think Rashford has struggled. They're a very good defensive side. But I think Rashford... See, Lukaku, that's terrible. I think Lukaku's been poor today. And I would say he's been poor today because it's not... I know he's not had chances, but I think his hold-up play... I think he's, you know, for the size he is, he's got to do more against this sort of an opposition. He's very important, and I think Spurs defence have found it way too easy to dominate us, especially on the high ball.
Yeah, they're looking for that ball to Eriksen as the runner. Seems like we can't get out now.
No, I'm worried. I think he's got to react, and I don't think Lingard for Mkhitaryan is enough. I think he's got to do something else. I mean, granted, I would say that it's difficult because he could, you know, what's he got in the midfield really?
Yeah, only midfielder on the bench. Well, there's two, isn't there? McTominay and Mata, but we don't want to see Mata as a winger. We want to see him as the 10, but Lingard's there now. I suppose he could take Rashford off, put Lingard out wide.
That's got to be a foul.
Yeah, that's got to be a foul. What's he screaming at him for?
Because this is it. Dembele's a really good player, and he's up for it, isn't he? Herrera was right though. It should have been a foul because it was through the back of him.
Oh, what a ball by Rashford. Unlucky, a bit too long.
Don't be in that clap, Lukaku. We need more from you. I think United are struggling in this game. I hate to say it. I think 0-0 is pretty much written all over it. Here's Tony, Martial. This is the chance. Martial for Rashford, is it?
Yeah. Hopefully,
Lukaku off.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I would have left him on just for his size and his strength.
I hope he scores.
Hopefully Martial's going to play straight up top.
Yeah, I think he will do, won't he?
Looks like they're going with a 3 up top now. Lingard's gone to the right.
Well, I think we've got to win it, haven't we? But I think that we're leaving ourselves quite wide open. But I suppose we've got 3 at the back, haven't we? So Matic. So Young. Oh, just over the
Lukaku. Unlucky.
But Valencia's got it. Just blast it across there. Oh, Martial on the turn there. Overhead kick. Didn't work.
But still got control of it.
Looks a bit rusty, Martial.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah. I mean, he's got to get it. He's got to get it up.
Well, give him 5-10 minutes to get into the game, and
Mr. Fresh makes a good point. How many crosses have hit the first man today? It's a joke.
Yeah.
Oh dear. It's interesting if it stays like this. What does everybody think? What do you all think if it stays 0-0? What will your reaction be? Will it be frustration? Will it be anger? Will it be content? Will it be one of those days? You know, I'm interested to see what people will think. What would you think, Marcus?
Well, I wouldn't be angry. I think it's just down pure unluckiness, mate. Myself, it's a shame that.
On what though? Where have we been unlucky?
Well, unlucky in our number 10, to be honest.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I don't. I'm a big fan of Mourinho, and to be honest, I would be. Kwame says it well: frustration and anger, because I think everything in that team was right today, apart from the number 10. And Mourinho sees him. He surely must know that that was a risk to play him, and it didn't pay off. And I think everybody else has played really well, but I think when you've got no number 10, it's a problem. That's lovely by Martial.
Yeah.
Lukaku, he's going to go on his left. He's going to have to smash this. Oh, it's
unlucky.
It's almost a cross. Lovely play by Matic and Martial, though.
Great flick from Martial to start it off. Go on, Matic, what are you going to do?
Valencia. Oh, That would have been a soft penalty, free to kick or penalty. What's he going to do?
He's diving, apparently.
Diving, yellow card for Valencia.
To be honest, I don't think he could have got out of the way of that.
It's not a dive. If that's a dive, how can that be a dive? He's got an arm on him and he runs into him. You don't need. That's not a dive. It's not a penalty, but it's not a dive.
It's not a dive, no.
So you don't get a bloody dive for that. This is just a fat bloke who wants to write something in his book so he can have a breather. Oh, it was a save from Lukaku by Lloris. I thought it was a cross.
Oh.
He got an hand on it, yeah.
Eriksen's got the ball. This could be dangerous. It is. Oh.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, he gets it away.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's looking like... Well, I still think there's probably a twist in the tail of this game, hopefully, but... I think it can be a fantastic result if we win it. I think if we draw it, it's not enough.
No.
And he's got 15 minutes where he knows it's not enough now. And to be honest, I don't think a point against Spurs at home is good enough. You've got to win it, and he's got to do something to win it. And I don't know whether he's done it. We've kept the same formation.
No, we've got all our options now, forward options, out on the pitch. I can't see him bringing Mata on at all.
No.
To be honest, I think...
I think in general, I mean, Eriksen's just got a chance to shoot there over the bar. In general, effort levels can't really have a pop at anybody's effort levels, even Mkhitaryan. I just think that's just confidence and form. Effort levels great, but as I always say, effort in a United shirt should be every single game. So
yep.
I do think that technically, we've you know, even little things like not beating the first man of crosses, that's pretty important when every single one we've nearly played hasn't worked.
I mean, it's the little things that add up throughout the game, isn't it? I mean, you know, we can all pick out certain things that should have gone for us. You know, decisions, like you say, the first man on crosses, but they all tally up towards the end of the game. We just think if we had this, or you know, if we had that bit of magic, we could have actually won the game. But it's not looking likely at the minute.
I mean, from a Spurs point of view, could they say, oh, if we'd had Harry Kane, we would have won it? I don't think so. I don't think United would have struggled with Harry Kane anymore.
No.
I think United were set up to deal with Kane anyway. I think we were planning this all week. I do think United would have been better with a number 10. Yeah, I don't know. Look, I ultimately don't think a point's good enough, but we might not get a point yet. We might not get a point.
Martial's been on for like 5 minutes, and the only thing I can see that he's done is that flick so far. He's been wasted at the minute.
Yeah. Well, it's all Spurs at the moment.
Mm.
And they've just missed an absolute brilliant chance for Dele Alli. Well worked, and a really, really good chance.
And it's that ball from Eriksen again.
Yeah. It would have been absolutely... He's got to go with his head. I don't know why. He's just not brave, is he? That's a sitter.
Yeah. He's got the run on Smalling there. Just a lack of direction.
Well, we're hanging on in a game we need to win.
But, you know, it's not over until the fat man blows his whistle. Bay well in there, get it back. I mean, we know there's going to be chances still in this game. It's just going to be a matter of whether we're clinical enough to take it.
I do wonder about United and where we'd be without Matic.
Yeah.
Because I think he's been brilliant this half again, but he can't. Matic isn't a player who's going to score your goals, but he is a player that's going to run the midfield, and I think he's been really, really good. Decent cross by Lingard. Lukaku. Oh, he's at the post.
Oh, unlucky.
No.
Right, that should breathe a bit of life into this team now.
Well, to be fair, Spurs missed an absolute sitter with Lukaku. Sorry, Matic has just gone for 3 points. We're not playing rugby. Dele Alli missed a sitter for Spurs, and Lukaku's just hit the post. So, to be fair, it's pretty much equalled itself out, hasn't it? Good cross by Lingard. Good header by Lukaku. I think the keeper's not going to save that. He's done it perfectly. He's headed it down into the ground. I think that's in if it's on target.
It is, yeah, definitely. Larissa's not. Mourinho's thinking there to see that picture of him heading hands. It's the luck at the minute.
Ten minutes to go, folks. 10 minutes to go. Where's your money on, Marcus?
Do you know what? I still believe we're going to win this, mate. I really do. I think we're going to nick it.
As perverse as it sounds, I don't think a point helps as much anyway. Obviously, I take a point over a Spurs win, but I just think I hope there's a goal in. It doesn't make sense to say that. I mean, because obviously I'd rather draw than lose to Spurs, but I'm like you. I think there's something in it. I just don't know which it's going to go.
I think with the home crowd, it's going to go United's way. Like I say, probably 10 minutes left of normal time. I would hope 3-4 minutes added on if it's still 0-0.
He's been very good, Dyer. Good little bit of play there.
Yeah. He's offside, ref.
Yeah, it's in the net from Dele Alli, but Ario was offside with the cross. So 10 minutes to go. Football, eh?
Yeah. Funny old game, but this is why we love it. So United, top of the list. Final 10 minutes of most Premier League goals this season. United got 10.
Yeah, but we scored about 9 of them in 2 games, didn't we? Against Martial's in.
He's in.
Yes! Come on!
It's in.
Come on! Yes! The one man we wanted to do it as well. Lukaku with the flick. Martial one-on-one. There is no one else. There's nobody else who's going to finish it. Get in! Get in! Get in!
Quiet since he's come on, apart from that flick, but when you need someone to step up, he's there. Fantastic goal. Composure. Slotted it away. Very well done.
Oh.
He could have quite easily fluffed that, but no, he's kept his cool. Fantastic. Let's watch it back.
So De Gea hits it long. Yeah. Simple. Lukaku flick on. Martial's in. And the finish is, it's not smooth, but he's got a defender running back at him. He's got one of the best goalkeepers in the world in front of him. He hits it into the ground as well. It's not one of his best finishes ever, but it's... whoa, come on.
Took a little nick off the Tongan. He could have gone with his right foot there. But no, he's gone with his left. I think that's probably what's done Lloris. I think he's gone with his left foot instead of his right going across the goalie.
Oh, man. Now it's squeaky bum time.
Yeah, right. Sod the 3-4 minutes extra time there. Let's just play the 90.
God. The thing is now, I know what I was about to say when we were 0-0. I said, the funny thing is we'll probably score first and then we'll concede late on.
Well, the thing is now, Mourinho, Bay's rusty.
Oh, come on. That's a foul.
Yeah.
Well done, Eric Bay.
We know Mourinho's got a tendency to shut up shop like every manager would do at the end, if there's nothing else coming. Would he chuck on another defender? What's the defenders on the bench. Is it Blind, isn't it?
I don't know whether he's just took Martial off.
No, I don't think so. I think he's just having a word with him. Yeah, he's took a slight nick off for Tongan's knee.
Still count.
Yeah, we'll take that. This is a problem, like Smalling. Get rid of it. No. I think that's Smalling's mistake of the game, I think.
Well, I guarantee there'll probably be a chance for Spurs in it. I mean, Spurs have had a good chance in it, to be honest.
Come on, don't sit back and invite the pressure on. Push out a bit.
Oh. It's all Spurs now.
Someone shot, blocked. Aurier's
the
got
score.
it.
Oh yeah, bloody hell.
Yeah.
Good play, good play. Oh, squeaky bum
We'll
time,
take that.
everybody. Oh, we're close to 145,000 subscribers. Just subscribe just to do something to kill a few seconds. But oh man, this is torture now. I can't even say the words I want to say. I'm not going to say it.
No. Keep it quiet.
I want to say I'm so glad it's Martial who scored it, and I can say that, but people are saying park the bus for the first time ever. Yeah, I know what you mean. Look,
I think if there's ever a time to park the bus at Old Trafford, it's probably now.
I still think it's too long to do it.
Ashley Young's gone down here.
Still
Dele Alli shouting his mouth off again, look. Chuck a defender on now, Mark, would you?
I don't know. I remember us doing this against Arsenal last year, and we
Yeah.
invited them on, and it didn't work. So I don't know. I'd rather chuck a man in the midfield if that makes sense.
Yeah. What would you do then? Sub Lukaku off now then?
I don't know what we've got on the bench, you see.
I think David Blind's on there, isn't he?
Yeah, you could chuck him in.
Yeah, a lot of people saying get that bus out. Yeah, that's a good point. Someone just said there, Camp and Herbs, still no card for Ali. Yeah, I'm surprised at that. You know, considering when you think Valencia's got that yellow card for simulation, and Dele Alli did it clearly and got nothing.
Oh,
Nice.
Lukaku there. If he just left it.
Someone wanting to play 7 at the back now. Keep the same team.
You
Amir
just keep
Patel.
talking, Marcus, because I'm just
Yeah.
like trying to avoid. Still only 86 minutes gone. There's bloody ages left yet.
Seems like forever, doesn't it? Bus from Sahid. Carl says get Pereira back in January.
He ain't going to help us now.
Bastian Dooley says blended as a CDM. Jack Brown's praying Lindelof doesn't come on. It's razor sharp. Where's the bus at? It's not come on yet.
Slow it down. I think this ref's, hopefully, because he's so fat and unfit, he'll only give us 2 minutes. But I tell you what, look, whatever happens, you don't live life with regrets. So I'm going to say this now: if United win this game, then it's the perfect performance, because the effort levels, as we were talking about 10 minutes ago, the effort levels have been superb. If we get the goal, you know, the performance hasn't been amazing, but Spurs are a good team. But if you put the effort in and then you get the chance and you've got somebody like Martial, to be honest, in relation to the front three today, I think the substitutions and the selections have been spot on, because you want Martial in the last 10 minutes running through one-on-one. If that's Rashford or it's Lukaku, I wouldn't want anybody else in our team running through one-on-one other than Martial. He is the best finisher. Although, as Marcus said, it took a little bit of nick. He didn't get a perfect connection, but he's still the player you want in that position. So if it works, it's a Mourinho masterclass, to be honest.
I mean, you take into account as well, that's his weaker foot as well, his left. Oh, Lukaku's got it here. Nearly got Lingard through. Right, Herrera closing down very well again. Right, Ashley Young, De Gea should get rid of that. Yep.
I tell you what, it's too long left, but I don't think you can go far wrong for it than. I mean, Matic has just been awesome this second half. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I thought he was very quiet in the first half, but longer it's gone on, he has just come alive. Scott Roberts is scared.
I think this game and the next few minutes will define our season. I said it before.
Yeah.
You know, you win it. I think the confidence we get from it and the effort levels, it will just be a massive indicator to United that what's required. We draw it. Oh, De Gea's got a shout there.
Yeah.
You know, well done, Smalling.
I mean, that's the second one today. He had one in the first half. Come on, Lingard. Could finish it.
Oh, no. Jesse. I would have kept running there, because you might have got chopped down. He's in one-on-one, really. I mean, I know he doesn't get close enough to the goal, but it's Eriksen's chasing him back. He's in his own. I think Lingard's got to do much better here.
Yeah, look at.
He's one-on-one.
Look at the ground Eriksen makes up.
Yeah, you're up against the midfielder. Spurs. How long we got?
We're in the 90th minute. Yeah, 3 minutes on.
Hey, I told you, I've got Martial in my fantasy Premier League team as well. I don't really give a damn about that. I'm just filling up air because I'm nervous. This is the thing. Look, we're just sitting back, inviting the cross. We did this against Arsenal.
It's still 1-0. Whoever's posting fake scores in the chat, get up. Headed out by Jones. I think Jones has been really good today as well.
I think all the centre backs have been really good. Get rid. That's it. 2 minutes to go. Who would you give as your man of the match, Marcus? I know it's a lot.
You know, I'm going to go Phil Jones. I think he's been an absolute rock in there today, and you can see the difference in him when he's partnered with Bay. He's thrown his body in front of everything that's come in. He's cleared everything with his head, everywhere out of danger zone. I think he's been absolutely brilliant.
I'll tell you what, talk about squeaky bum time. My arse is going like a rabbit's nose here.
Yeah.
It's twitching like a rabbit's nose.
Yeah, I've got to say as well, I mean, the performance is a lot better today than what it was against Huddersfield and Swansea. I know, obviously, the Swansea game we won.
Darmian's coming on.
Yeah, 18-36. So, Ashley Young trotting over to the line. So, we're in the 92nd minute. Literally seconds. Thankfully, that was a foul on Smalling, so that was a dangerous header back.
That should be it, you know. Everybody at home, that should be it.
Yep, still 1-0 to United. George Carl says park all the buses. I think he has now, George. Darmian's come on. You know, there was questions raised about doing it in a rainy evening or afternoon at Huddersfield when we lost. It's a rainy day in Manchester today, and we've won it. Yeah, we'll take the throw there. Yeah, that's it. We've won it. Game over.
Come on. Absolutely superb. Absolutely superb result for Manchester United, that is. Oh, God. I'm sorry. I was not really looking at the screen at the end because I just absolutely... Oh, give us your thoughts, Marcus, though, because it is massive, that is.
It is. It's a massive result in terms of what we want to achieve this season and to keep pace with City. So, fantastic all-round performance, I think, from the team. They all worked for each other. Fantastic goal from Martial. There when we need him, when he comes on as a sub. And, yeah, I just think a great performance all round.
Yes, absolutely superb. And thanks for everybody who's joined us. Make sure you've subscribed and everything like that. Really, 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 really great performance from Manchester United. It was, you know, I'm going to do my match reaction. I'm going to give my thoughts on the game. I'm going to give my man of the match and everything like that. So you can join me for that in a minute. But thanks for Marcus for coming on. Really enjoyed it again. Probably the most tense game we've done in a long time.
It is. I think the last tense one was the Europa final, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you know, we've won, and you know, whatever City do, I think City will win. But we had to win that today, and we have won it, and they've responded superbly. So thanks for coming on, Marcus.
No worries. Pleasure as always, mate. Whenever you need me.
And
thanks for everyone in the comments as well.
Yeah, and what's your Twitter?
Don't worry. Underscore Mad Marcus.
Underscore Mad Marcus on Twitter. The link is in the top line of the video description to join me for the match reaction. I'll be 60 seconds just switching streams. Do join me for that. You can go through the United Stand homepage as well. It's called Martial Wins It. Wins it for Manchester United. What a day. What a result. Join me in 60 seconds. I'll be talking about my man of the match. And there's so much to discuss about that game. Absolutely pumped. Join me in 60 seconds. Link in the video description. It's going off like a bottle of pop. I've got so many positives, and I'll be talking about it and taking your comments in about 60 seconds. Link in the video description or through the homepage. I've got my man of the match coming up as well. Thanks for watching. Cheers, Marcus.
No worries, mate. Quick word on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I won't be able to do it, mate.